Sunday Live. I'm your host, Mr.BetonYou. I got a good one for you guys tonight, especially if you drive for DoorDash, especially if you're full-time, especially if you're somebody that's been impacted by these programs, by the saturation levels, by not seeing catering orders. And we're going to do a little bit of a dive tonight into the YouTube space of people that talk about and create DoorDash content. I'm going to go into YouTube live with you guys and show you guys things that I've been seeing. I'm going to comment on them, and I'm going to bring it full circle in tonight's episode. Now, what is the description of tonight's live? I believe it is DoorDash is dead, ? Why the haters are wrong, all caps. Live show debate. I will have the StreamYard link available soon enough at some point in the show when I'm done talking and showing you guys some things. And then you guys could come in and debate me. Now, I'm going to give you guys, I'm not going to be the DoorDash shill tonight, right? But I'm going to play devil's advocate on some things so that we can have a good conversation and just see who we can't piss off tonight, right? I'm also going to update you guys on the conversation I had with the DoorDash PR rep and Dash relations person that I had on Friday. Her name is Jen. I'm going to give you guys an update on some of the things that we talked about. It was a real easy, organic conversation, but I learned a couple things. I'll be sharing that tonight. So if you're ready for some good content without the bullshit, hit the thumbs up, and let's get ready for a good show. Let's see who we have in. I want to say hi real quick to some of you guys. Well, to everybody, really, that's here. Appreciate all y'all very, very much. Get those thumbs, get those likes up, people. All right, Garden State, Hockey PNC, Dash Across America, Jen, James, Cheeky, Jen, Big Al, James, Dr. Rodriguez, Jessica, Daniel, Lynn, Marty, Robert, Kevin. What up, Nick? Let's see who we got else in here. I saw Tatiana in here earlier. Juan, my man, Big Carl, representing the STL Ultra Instinct. Gig Bell Toes. Appreciate all the channel members in here as well. Gig Bell, Big Carl. Appreciate all y'all. Gig Gal, all the channel members in the house. PPP, Link Day, Pickstar. Always appreciate you, bro. All right, so let me see. I'm sure there's probably a few new names. Nomadic, Cheeky Chops. All right, Jimmy Hayes. What up, Jimmy Hayes? What's the debate? Across the board, it's not even comparable to the golden years. This is true. What we're not going to do tonight is I'm not going to compare the golden years. No app is as good as it was during the pandemic. The times are different. But is DoorDash really dead? I'm going to give you guys my opinion. Now, I made the video yesterday talking about why Dashers are leaving the app, why they've deleted it, why they're leaving it, why they're working less, right? And we all know why. Many of you guys can probably relate. Big Carl's in there. He's like, man, I don't do DoorDash like I used to. The tier program, this, that, DoorDash and really the gig economy is very fluid. But I want to give some perspective. I want to challenge us. Y'all know I do that, and I don't mind playing the devil's advocate and taking giving an opinion that is not popular. I like actually doing that. I think it makes for good conversation. Because what I don't want to do is just always make content and I'm just always agreeing with y'all. You guys agreeing with me. We have to be willing to challenge one another and deal in reality instead of emotion at times. And I think you and I sometimes deal in too much emotion. We're too reactive. We're too in the moment. And we're not thinking about what's happened before, what is happening now, and fixing and mingling in what could possibly, what are the trends of what's going to happen. So I think a lot of people hate DoorDash that are in this community. I think overall, most Dashers are probably chill. They don't care about what Pedro's got to say. They don't care about what you got to say. But when you talk about YouTube and Facebook and Reddit, people bash DoorDash. When you're talking in the rideshare game, people dash Uber, Lyft. It is what it is. It's okay. But I think what happens is we look at these new apps. We look at a Curry. We look at a DeliverDat. I'm actually on DeliverDat. I got my first 2 offers popped up on my screen. I go to open the app and they're gone. So, it was weird. I don't know what, that's a whole nother video, I guess. But we look at these new apps like they're the saviors. They're doing everything right. Are they really? And can you make sustainable money with them? DoorDash has the most market share. They're the big bad wolf. Everybody loves to hate them. And that's okay. They deserve that hate. They do some shady stuff. They do a lot of things that aren't okay. They're hiding information. And I'm going to get into the conversation I had with the DoorDash person in just a moment. And they need to own that. They can do better, and they actively choose not to because they don't have to because of other situations. But is DoorDash really dead? I'm going to say something right now. before we get into, I'm gonna go into the DoorDash YouTube Google search just to see what just to show y'all, because some of y'all just to show you the temperature of DoorDash right now and what people are talking about. I think to say DoorDash is dead is a foolish statement. I think it's stupid. I think it's emotional. I think it's not balanced. I think it's illogical. I think it's haterism. DoorDash isn't dead. It's just changed for you and I. It's different. It's changed, right? Hold on. Let me turn my notification. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can do this. Crap. I meant to do it earlier and I didn't. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm back. We're good. Let me see. There's a lot of haters that hate DoorDash. Listen, I'm one of them. When it comes to other apps, there are apps that I have a bad experience with, and in other markets, somebody else might have a great experience with it, right? We have to watch the haterism. If you're such a hater that you think your experience with the app, your earnings, your whatever, is conducive of the masses, you're a fucking idiot. You're a clown. You're a hater, and that sucks to be you. I'm gonna get spicy tonight, right? So I think to say DoorDash is dead is a stupid, foolish thing to say. Just is. DoorDash has the biggest market share, and anybody can come up and debate me on this. They have the biggest market share. They run it all, man. That's like saying Walmart's going somewhere, Amazon's going somewhere, Ford Motor Company's going somewhere, Toyota, Coca-Cola, Disney, ESP. These companies are massive companies that make mistakes, can do better, but they're not going anywhere. And to think that a smaller company is going to come in and take over is absolute bullshit. That's what I got on my mind tonight. I'm feeling spicy. I might cough here and there, but I'm feeling good. I got a lot of energy. The vibes are high. I'm ready to go in. This isn't me defending DoorDash, but I think we have to take a step back sometimes and stop being haters. I include myself on that. Listen, I run the Curry app. I'm having an experience with Delivered app that's a little weird to start. I'm a hater sometimes with those apps because my experience shows me that these apps are a little weird. Like there's a lot of things that aren't right with them, right? I notice it as a new person, right? In the same regard that we can pick and should pick on DoorDash and Uber and Instacart, the big three. Grubhub, not that relevant for most, right? Okay, so before we go in, let's say hi to anybody else that's coming in I haven't seen yet. Nomadic Eric, and boom, spicy. Yeah, I agree. DoorDash is too big to go. Yeah, and if you think DoorDash is going away, you're a fucking clown. You're an idiot. You're stupid. You're like, DoorDash isn't going anywhere. And we have to remember, these things happen in waves. I could go to YouTube 2 years ago, 3 years ago, last year. DoorDash is dying. Market's slow. DoorDash is dead. The same videos, but they're still around. Now, if we take the emotion out, what's changed is the programs, how the app works, saturation levels. Those things will be very fluid, though. And it'll come a time that as long as you don't delete the app, you come back to it, you might see opportunity, right? I've seen a lot of apps come and go, the small ones. I want the small guys to win. But the problem is, once they're small and they get just a little bit bigger, they take things away from the drivers as well. It is what it is. As an app becomes bigger, they take from the people. As companies get bigger, they take from the people. It's literally how business is run in this country. So let's go into our brother crisis. Okay, let's not talk God stuff. This is the DoorDash channel. Happy, what up, Schwartz and Green Bay. I can't wait to talk. Yeah, I'm gonna have the link up for anybody that wants to come in. But I want to say this: I want different opinion. Anybody that comes up tonight has to have a different opinion than me. That's the caveat. So anybody that wants to join the show, we're staying on topic. You have to have a different opinion than me. You have to come up and say, Pedro, DoorDash is dead. They're losing. They're not going to be successful anymore. That's what I want to debate. So if you want to come up here and say, yeah, I know DoorDash is fine, it's okay, I'm doing okay, not interested. I want to be very clear. Now, let me go into my YouTube. I'm going to go into YouTube and just type in DoorDash. And I want to see what videos pop up. I haven't done it today. It's been a couple of weeks. But based on some of the things that I've seen, I think we're probably going to see negative content. We're going to see some stuff, right? And I made one yesterday, why Dashers are leaving the app. And I thought it was a pretty balanced video. I just gave my perspective, what people are saying, what I'm hearing from you guys, and I made a video about it. And I think there's a lot of truth in there. But just because people are leaving an app doesn't mean, okay, I'm going to give you guys some context. We are a very small community on YouTube. Very small. There's 245 of you guys watching. Hit that damn thumbs up. But I'll tell you this right now. There's 10 times, more than 10 times that out there right now doing DoorDash, even just in my region. And they have no idea who I am. They don't watch this channel, and they're doing just fine with DoorDash. Or maybe not fine, but they're making their goals meet. We have to understand we are the minority when it comes to the gig apps, the way that we work them, how we look at them, how we multi-app. Most DoorDash drivers are just doing what they got to do, and DoorDash is taking that money, and they ain't going anywhere. All right. Let me go ahead. I'm going to type this. I'm going to type DoorDash in, and I'm going to pull this up on the screen with you guys. Just give me 1 second, okay? Go into here. Let me share my screen. We're just going to look at it together. Let's see what the pulse of the content is about right now. Excuse me. Okay, let's go there. Let's go there. Excuse me. Okay, hold on. Do that. Okay, so let me go in here real quick. Let's see what is being said and by who. And maybe we'll critique some videos. We're not going to play videos. Maybe we'll critique them. All right, so let me share that. I think it probably popped. Take a look here. There it is. Let me give you full screen on that. Look at that. First thing that pops up, your driver mic. I unlock gold, DoorDash Dasher status. Worth it? Question mark. Not negative, right? Not negative. Let me go back into YouTube. Let me scroll down. Let's see what we got. We got some shorts here. Not interested now. Oh, there's my video from yesterday. There's that one. Let's see. Taking every DoorDash order for 24 hours straight 2 weeks ago. Travel JB. I typed DoorDash in, and this is what's popping up. Dasher Hawaii. Okay, there's me again. How to DoorDash. Zach drives fast. Late night. DoorDash extra pay for photo from Bree. All right, taking every DoorDash video. We got some shorts from Biker DC. We got my man Dash and Trader. We got a 71-hour work week from Trevor Delivers. I think he's made that video about 30 times. Good for you. 2024, $9.40 an hour. So here's the reality of being a DoorDash driver right now. 10K views 1 month ago from More Finance or More Driven. 701 day from Trevor Deliveries. Looks like Sarah Elizabeth did a live today. I didn't see that, but I'm sure she did a good job. Gig Got Podcast. Para. DoorDash Telematics, a violation of independent contractor rights. Okay, I talked about a little bit about that. And there's me again, Trader. Let me see. I'm trying to see if there's anything. Oh, crap. Damn. This thing just went real fast. DoorDash updates. There's Meaty Mama. Gold Dasher. Do this. Gold. Becoming a DoorDash driver. Okay. I mean, all kinds of videos. Really not a lot of them. Is DoorDash broken? DoorDash app is broken. 6 days ago. NOLA grind. How many orders can you complete per hour? Bree, new changes for DoorDash Dashers 2024. That's Mike. Okay. So kind of all over the place. Not a lot of negativity necessarily, but definitely some unlocking that. Don't sit down. There's Dashing Across America. Dead update. Meaty Mama always has that look like, you talking to me? There's Tatiana Gig Out. The tier program coming to Cleveland 9 days ago. Prepare. The Brits are coming. All right, let's see. I don't know who that is in that car. That's my most popular video. DoorDash tips and tricks. 416,000 views. I made a mistake. It's my girl, Gig Academy. All right, so I saw my stupid face a lot. I didn't want to see that much of myself. There's my man, Gig Life. Good to see he's still making content. So, yeah. Okay, worried. Early morning Wednesday. There's Bull City Dasher. So kind of all over the place. All right, all over the place. All right, let me exit out of here. Okay, let me get back in. Let me get back in stream with you guys. Okay, the British are coming. Yes, they're coming. B. Paul Revere, Tatiana. B. Paul Revere. Okay, So is DoorDash dead? Let me put up my community poll. I want to show you guys that real quick, and then we'll get into the stream. I'm going to bring you guys up. I want to hear from the people that hate DoorDash. That's what I want, and I want to know why. And listen, I'm not against you, but I want to hear from you, and I want to see what kind of combo can we have. Because all I see is the negative and the hate, and I've made the videos, and it's like we're propping up these much smaller companies, but are there opportunities from them? If I had to rely on Curry and Deliver That and all these other apps only, I ain't gonna make no money. So we got a multi-app. We all know that's the answer. But anybody that's like DoorDash is shit, it's the worst, delete the app. Why are you working it? Think about that for a second. Think about that. I'm gonna get spicy with y'all tonight. I'm in the algorithm, cuz. What up, Trader? What up, bro? I gotta talk to you, man. What's up, man? Where you been, bro? Where you been? All right, hold up. I want to look up that poll real quick for you guys, okay? We'll pop it up on the screen. Just give me 1 second. And I want somebody to tell me you'd rather work some of these other apps than DoorDash. If you had to only work Deliver That versus DoorDash for 10 hours tomorrow, what app do you think you're going to make more money on? And do you think Deliver That is going to have the longevity that DoorDash has? The sustainability, the opportunity, the market share, all these catering apps. And listen, I just signed up for Deliver That. I want my money. Don't kid me. I want to try a new app. But DoorDash is boring to me. It just is. But all these other Cartwheel, Zifty, Deliver That. You obviously have the Easy Cater, which is kind of the main one. And then all those apps can get from Easy Cater. And that's kind of the umbrella. That's how I think it works. Catering orders aren't as plentiful on DoorDash. We know that for whatever reason. I think it's because these other apps. I think these businesses know, well, let me use this other app. They're incentivizing me. They're charging me less than DoorDash is. I'll use it. But are these smaller apps going to be able to sustain it? Keep those prices sustainable for the businesses, give a good experience. When I make Deliver That content, that's going to, listen, people going to watch. Is that going to oversaturate some markets? Is that a bad thing? So are these smaller companies going to be able to sustain the workload? I don't know. It's a question that I want to see what you guys think about that. All right. And I know y'all think I'm some shield. DoorDash ain't paying me a goddamn dime. All right. This ain't about that. But I don't like to, I like to have good, different kind of conversations. And I don't think DoorDash is dead. And I think if you think DoorDash is dead, you're a fucking clown. You're an idiot. You're a fool. I just, and if you think that in the chat and I called you that, it's all love. Don't get your feelings hurt now. We're all adults here. That's my opinion of you. That's what I think. You can come on the show and give me your opinion of me. We're all men. We're all men here and women. We can handle it. All right, community. Let's pull up this community tab. I asked a question, I think maybe 7 hours ago. 5 hours ago, 1.2K votes. So pretty good pulse, I think. Let's put this up here and see what you guys answered. All right, let's share that screen right quick. There we go. I think you guys can probably see that. Let's just get my stupid mug off. So has DoorDash died? Now listen, I think for many of us, yeah, we're seeing less opportunity. I'm not going to paint a picture that's not real. I think most of us are seeing less because of saturation issues and order volume overall. It's not the pandemic anymore. A lot of other apps, it is what it is, right? 1.2K votes. Just 5 hours ago, yes, 68%. 32% say no, right? 32%. So it's not split by any means, right? But that's not a resounding yes. 32% say it's not dead. It has not died for you. And I think we have to also remind ourselves, we are, like I said earlier, the minority group. A lot of new Dashers are coming on and they're having successes. They're meeting their goals. And maybe some are coming on and not. But we have to understand, DoorDash tells us this is a side hustle. So for all of us that are mad and we're still doing this full time and we can't make it, you haven't adapted yet. Let me get spicy with you motherfuckers real quick. I use motherfuckers as a term of endearment. I told you guys about Shop and Pays. I've shared with you my experience with the programs, how you have to adapt strategy, how you have to do something different if you're not achieving the result you were achieving last year. I've been talking about that for a year and a half. So when I show you, man, I went on Friday night, I made good money. I declined one order. And then you have other days where it's not good. Then you have Instacart, you have Curry, you have other apps you build in. Nobody should just have one app. Nobody should just have two, in my opinion. But what we have to remember is your experience isn't mine. Mine isn't yours. Many people that I think DoorDash is dead and it's the worst thing ever didn't adapt. Their pride and ego got in the way. They don't like to shop. They didn't shop. They didn't take advantage of that. And that's why they have it. Their AR is 1%. Some people with AR that's 1% do good. Other people with 1% AR do bad. So I'm not telling you to do what I do, but I don't think it's a coincidence that my experience is different than yours. I don't. I think a lot of people sit in their car, they assume things, they yell, they scream, they cry, they bitch, they moan. I don't know why I can't make money with DoorDash anymore. And they're not listening exactly to what the app is telling you. And they think they know better than the app. And they think it's 2022, 2021. It's not. It just isn't. Stolen accounts, definitely a big issue. We're gonna before I bring up the people that want to come up, if there's anybody, let's talk about the conversation I had with the representative. Before I do that, I want to say hi. Hector, what up, Kristen? Jimmy Hayes, Instacart is king, not DoorDash. Listen, and some people, Jimmy, would say Instacart's trash. And that's because of their market. Each market has different saturation levels, different markets. These companies spend marketing dollars differently in St. Louis than they do in Nashville. So Instacart might spend a lot of money in Nashville for their consumer base. That's why you see offers. They might not spend as much in St. Louis. Maybe that's why I don't see a lot. There's a lot. They prioritize drivers. Deliver that prioritize drivers. I'm learning there's an elite. There's an elite. And once I get to elite, then I'll see good stuff. But we only talk about DoorDash and their cheap program. But all the companies have it. When I did curry, I was told, Pedro, you should do 5. I think you got to do 5. I did 5. I've seen no difference. So, like, it's just weird. It's just weird, right? Max, what up, Brian? What up, Nathan? What up, Linda? Ben, Mark, Stephanie, Dash Across America. Pete, Greg, what up, what up, what up? Porky. All right. So let me get in to the zone here. Okay. So Friday, I had a conversation about almost 40 minutes with a representative from DoorDash. Really good. Basically, I'm not going to tell you verbatim, but I can share everything that we talked about. There's no secrets, okay? They want to keep the open lines of communication, okay? I want to get something out of the way so I can say it so people don't assume. I am not part of the creator program with DoorDash. I know there was one. Other creators were a part of it. I don't know if that even exists. I haven't asked. They haven't told me anything about it. I'm not going to ask. Don't care to be in it. For those of you that, DoorDash had like a creator program where they would pay creators and do things for them. I am not a part of that. This is a very different relationship that I'm going to formulate with DoorDash. I want to get that out the way right now. I'm not being paid by them. The only affiliation I have with them is I have a connection with somebody. We're going to have conversations when things are pertinent. I can ask you guys things. I ask them many of the questions you guys ask, and then I'll come back and tell you what they say. I'm going to roll out something in a couple of months. I don't know what that is yet, but she said she's got some big things coming. I'll be the one that will share that with you. And it'll be coming from DoorDash. Take it with a grain of salt. You could believe that they're blowing smoke. Don't give a fuck. That's not my job. I'm going to take it at face value. Now, so, we basically talked about, I asked a couple of questions. I wasn't there to spew just all the comments that you guys had and all your questions. That's not how a good conversation would go. But I knew going in there was 3 things I wanted to accomplish. I wanted to talk about transparency, what she knows about it. Has anything changed? I referenced what Harry and the ex-president Christopher Payne said like 3 years ago. I wanted to talk about the not just transparency with like money, but like item count and color. We got into that. I'll share that in a minute. I didn't talk about money a lot, or I didn't mention it initially, but it did come up in the form of like what kind of orders we see and why and things like that. I'll get into that. And then we talked about like how I assume, how maybe even sometimes you might assume things, and how I want to have this relationship so we can take some of the assumptions out. We talked about what kind of programs are coming. We talked about earn by time, which I got something about that. And then we talked about the tracking our braking and acceleration. She knew about that. That was the first thing I led into because that was the thing that people were talking about for the last couple of days. She told me from her mouth, take it for what you want. They're not selling that information. That information has always been there via the settings in the app, whether it's through the GPS or the fact that you're even logged in. And they're just sharing that with you as part of a safety feature. That's it. Many of us have taken that and completely blown it out of proportion. You can believe for her or not, that is coming from DoorDash. There's no assumptions. There's no, I talked to this person in this back alley. Take that for what you want. Don't give a fuck how you feel about it. That's what she said. So if you think they're selling it, they could be. Could she be lying? Absolutely. Could she not have all the information? 100%. We know how big companies go. But listen, I'm the one that's giving it to you from the horse mouth, right? Couple things about that conversation as well. DoorDash still, and employees still actively have to do DoorDashes. She does DoorDash monthly. She talked about delivering a no-tip order to a $6 million home. We talked about, she mentioned no tip, no trip. What does that mean to you? I told her what it meant to us. How it's not just about the money. You know, she asked, her leading into that was like, do you guys care about tips or is it just the amount? I said, I think most drivers just want a good amount. They don't care if there's a tip or not. If the amount's good, if it's $10 for a mile, we'll take it. If there's no tip, it is what it is. But the no tip, no trip plays for me and for others because the bad ratings come into play, disrespectful, they don't give us gate codes, they say they didn't get their food, and she understood that. So it was a good conversation. As far as transparency goes, the way that she answered the hiding the tips, we talked about that. She goes, well, I think Tony would probably answer it the same way he did with Harry and the same way Christopher. DoorDash does not want people just extreme cherry picking. So they hide the money. And most of you, this isn't going to be new. They hide the money. They hide the tips. It's a software thing so that people just don't take the great stuff. I don't like that. I told her that. She understood our issues. That was her reply. But we did get a little bit deeper about they hide the customer, the subtotal, the item count, the customer name. They hide that information until we accept it or until we get to the store. She is going to talk to them about why they do that. What's the reasoning behind it? We can all have assumptions, and most of our assumptions might be accurate. So we talked about that. What else was really kind of important? I think her role, and she's been with the company, I believe, almost 2 years, is just about getting the real pulse of the drivers. Like what's going on? Like just that's her role. And then to help answer any questions and facilitate some change. You know, if we bring her some things and she could, when she goes to her bi-weekly meetings and she could talk about, well, you know, Pedro and his people on his channel are talking about this and why do we do this? Maybe she'll have some answers, maybe she won't. We ain't trying to change the world, but we can get some answers, right? And I'll do my best to represent. Okay. But yeah, there'll be things that are probably going to be limited that she can probably even speak of and even impact. But at the end of the day, it's a 30-minute conversation every month or so with her. I'll roll out some things to you guys. You take it for what you want. Call me a shill. I could give a fuck less. It's not my, how you feel about me and what I do does not, I don't lose sleep over that, right? I just don't. I know that I'm going to be helping people. I stand very firm on that position. That was pretty much it. I mean, we didn't, you know, they still dash. Tony, she says the executives do more dashes than the other people. But everybody at DoorDash has to still do DoorDash. That's still a thing. I know that they rolled that out maybe a year and a half or two ago. They still do that. I don't have any reason that she would mention that out of context and where that wouldn't be true. She still did. She referenced one she did last week. And there was no tip, $6 million home. Think about that. So it was interesting to hear her say that. Let me see what you guys got in the comments before I bring up the StreamYard link. Hit that thumbs up button. Why do you have attitude towards us? Why I don't get it? We have been trying to load it. I don't have an attitude towards you guys. Sorry if you feel that way, April. I'm just a passionate dude. Pedro, don't bootlick. You guys think I'm a shill. Oh, the emotions run high among people that are mad. It's okay, guys. I forgive you. You forgive me? Sorry, I extreme cherry pick. I like hitting tips sometimes. Gig out. I think the apps know that. It's like a game, right? It's like a game. She's a minion. See, listen, I can't listen. If you guys want to be negative, you can stay, but I can't help that. That's not the vibrations I want to give out. We have to start dealing in the reality. We have to start dealing in what's in front of us. We have to take assumptions out. I think I assume a lot too. I'm including myself in this. So when I see an opportunity to get some questions answered, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it for what it's. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take that. Too many of us waste too much time assuming, making negative things, making, you know, we do that. Do you guys not see that? Am I wrong? Let me just stop for a second. Let me read the comments. Am I wrong in thinking that I assume too much and you assume too much? I'll pause and let you guys answer that question. I hear you, April. And if I'm coming off like that, I apologize. I'm not trying to have an attitude. I'm a passionate dude. I'm a passionate dude. And I like to convey a message. And I'm not going to be here monotone. I might drop an F-bomb. Listen, I love y'all. Y'all know that. I do a lot for y'all. You do a lot for me. So it ain't no, I get what you're saying. It's a fair assumption. Wu-Tang Clan, Pedro Crybaby Santiago. Is this live? Yes, it is. If you're going to cry, go get a job. JJ's completion rate. I wasted money on a pizza bag because I didn't even need a pizza bag. Or you need a pizza bag to do pizza bag orders. Technically, you don't, but you do. In reality, you do. I hear you, good guy. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, but it comes with territory. I'm good with it. I like it. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good conversation, guys. This is a place we can end our week, start a week. We can vent all our bullshit. I can vent. You guys can vent. We can laugh. We can cry. We can disagree. We can agree. We get all the bullshit from the week out of our brain, so we start the next week strong. That is what these Sundays are about, right? So agree or disagree. That's what we can accomplish tonight. Let's take all the fucking bullshit out of our brains. Let's get it out so we wake up tomorrow, we attack a new week. Milwaukee is still some good money out here if you're on the right app. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, big car. Don't make a booty out of you and me, bro. Some people think Dog Chapman's here, Pamela, Big Carl. All right. So listen, that's kind of the week. I had a good week. DoorDash earnings were pretty good. I don't know. I think if you think DoorDash is dead, that's your perspective. It's not like that for everybody. I want you to think about this. We have to remember the content creators making content, myself included. And Gig Gal's in here. She makes videos, right? Nomadic is in here. She's Grubhub. She's on a lot of channels. Dasher Hawaii. He's doing good in Hawaii, right? My experience or their experience is our experience. Your experience in your market with whatever you got going on and how you work the apps is yours. That's it. I can go out tomorrow and make only $70 with DoorDash and work all day. And maybe I make 50 with Instacart and I do a curry for 40 and I'm done. Or I can go out and just do DoorDash and make $200 tomorrow, right? So we just have to remember before we have these blanket statements about any particular app, and I'm holding myself accountable for this, that's not going to be somebody else's. Every market is different. How we work is different. How we've adapted is different. And I'll tell you this right now. Somebody bitching about DoorDash that has a 5% acceptance rate and a 4.79 customer rating, and they've only done one delivery in the last couple of months, of course, I'm going to make more money than you. My experience is going to be better because the app should give me better orders because you don't care about DoorDash. I want you to think about that. Ceci's in here. I think she's a premier driver for Grubhub. She does well. Her experience is going to be different than somebody that doesn't do a lot of Grubhub and has really bad ratings, right? UDM's on Delivered That, right? He talks a lot about it. He's been talking about it. He does great for him. I think he's probably an elite driver. I'm assuming. I could be wrong. I'm not elite. So, of course, my first week with Deliver That's not going to be what he's going to do this week. He'll make more money and see better orders than I will. We have to take these things into consideration. Stop bitching, stop moaning, stop crying, stop assuming. Stop saying things to fit an agenda that we have in our brains. And what is your reality? And speak to that. I try to do better with that. Sometimes I slip up because I'm like, curry's trash. Because to me it is. But that doesn't mean it's trash for everybody else. But to me, that app is fucking dog shit. It's complete dog shit. Like capital DOGSHIT. It's so bad. It's hilarious how bad it is, right? Deliver That. I haven't seen anything. Then today I get 3 notifications. I open the app, I look at it, and it says like 22 kilometers. And I'm like, oh, I see a name, and whoop, goes away. I had like 2 seconds. I have no idea how that app works. I'm not saying it's trash, but it's new, and I got to learn it. I know DoorDash like the back of my hand. I know my market. That's why I can do okay. The ones that put the time to cultivate and adapt are doing okay still. The ones that haven't and still got the pride and ego in the front seat and didn't throw it in the back like I told these motherfuckers to do last year are the ones complaining and not having success. Somebody debate me on that. I'm going to put the StreamYard link up. Oh, I'm happy for UDM getting that bad, man. When I signed up, I didn't want to reach out to him because I want to just have my own experience. And then if I got some questions after like a month in, I'll probably hit his line and be like, hey, man, what's up with his app? But I want to have a true experience from a brand new driver without any help. Because at the end of the day, that's the experience we should want. I don't want any special favors. I don't want, I want to come in just like anybody else and have the same experience that a brand new driver would have. Because that's the experience that I need to know what the app really is. I don't want nobody holding my hand. I don't want no special perks. I don't want none of that. I want none of it because that's not real. That's not real, right? All right, let me go in here real quick. Hold up 1 second. And eventually I'll learn, like, I'm going to take the order that I saw him deliver that. I was going to take it regardless. Just to do it, right? I just want to do one, but it didn't even let me. I don't know if it's a timing thing. Like, I have no idea. But I'm going to find out. I'll eventually do at least one this week, I would imagine, right? All right, let me go ahead and good night. Have a good one. 96%. Nicole's 96. What up? How you doing? That's crazy. How you doing with 96? All right, let me go ahead and, oh, man. I'm going to put the pin. I'm going to, okay. Hold on. Let me pin this link for you guys. I'm looking for a difference of opinion. I want somebody to come up here and say, Pedro, you're a fucking clown. DoorDash is dead. The app is horrible. Why are you still working the app? That's what I want. I don't want anybody that agrees with me. If you agree with me, tonight's not your night. I want to hear a different perspective. I want to hear why DoorDash is trash for you. I'll listen because I respect that opinion, right? I want to hear from you. DoorDash is dead. Pedro, I made no money last week, or I saw no. I want to hear your experience and you can share it with the audience. That's what we're looking for tonight. I want to be very clear on that. All right, let me pin this for you guys. Oh, hold up. That's not. Is that right? Yeah, it is right. Copy. Copy. I'll put it in the chat for you guys right now. Control that. Boom. Let me find it here. And listen, just because I cuss, just because I'm like being, please don't take it personal, okay? We're family here. Sometimes family yells and screams at each other, right? Oh, man. Let me pin this. How do I, every time I try to pin it, it takes me like, there it is. Pin message. Bam. Before it's open. It's pinned up at the top. I want to look at I should have looked at the voting on the poll, but it's okay. Okay. Oh, people are coming in. Oh, I see my man. I see Lynn. I see all the usual suspects. All right. Kevin, listen, like I said, you guys got to tell me a different perspective than what I'm sharing with you guys now. All right. Let me go back here real quick. Let's see, switch account. Okay. There we go. Before we do that, let's say hi to anybody in the chat. I don't want to forget you guys. Bobby says, no, Hector. I want Bobby to come up here and tell me DoorDash is dead and that is trash. That's what I want. I want Bobby, see if he's got the balls to do it. Bobby Tulo, what up? Bobby Tulo's got the nuts. I know he does. I curse way more than you do. I dropped some bombs, bro. On some of my lives, I've gone crazy. I'll say this, Hector. I probably, on my worst live, I've gone way harder than you have. And I watch a lot of you. I mean, I've done some crazy shit, bro. What's up, Bobby? What's up, Hector, man? That's my boy. What up to Bobby, too? Bobby's a good guy. It's all love. No hate, man. We know we just give each other shit, but it's all love, man. Doris, Nomadic, Jimmy, orders are way better at Platinum. I can average 200. Nicole, don't tell people that because they're going to start hating on you. They're going to start hating. Gig Wars Officials, Red, how you doing? I don't know, James. What's up? Yaro, Yavera, Brandy, Nick, Dan. Sorry, I'm not reading all the comments, but I want to give you some name love. Hit the thumbs up, peeps. Giggity, Porky90, Shane. Appreciate you guys for being in here. Let's see. Bob doesn't want to smoke. Ah, what up, Yost? What up? We love Hector and Kevin. Yost, we got to catch a game. I didn't forget about you, bro. Hashtag Bobby a hater. Let's see. Now I'm done. Listen, 18 hours. The Puerto Rican JJ, what up, Ceci? All right. I think we got enough people waiting. Let's see. All right. I don't know if we're going to do everybody at once or do we do one-on-one? What's a better viewing experience? Lately, we've been doing one-on-one. I think when we have everybody up at the time, I think sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. Let's see who we have waiting. Gig Beltos, Kevin. Gig Beltos is in there twice. Gig Beltos, hold on. I think, okay, let me get rid of this Gig Beltos because there's one that's moving and one that's not. So let me get rid of this one. Okay, there we go. See, I knew Bobby wasn't going to come up. Yeah, Bobby's afraid of me. He knows I'm intellectually a lot smarter than him, so he ain't coming up. All right, so Kevin's laughing. Can I steal Bobby Wrench from your picture? All right, hold on. Let me see here. I'm gonna bring all you guys up at once. There's only 1, 2, 3. There's 4 of you guys. So let's just do that. Okay, let me get this in. Man, Hockey PNC, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? You driving?
Good.
You working?
Good. No, just driving back from Iowa. It's pretty boring.
Yeah, I know you said that yesterday. All right, let me bring Lynn. Lynn's back up. What up, Lynn? Kevin, my man. Sorry.
Hey, Lynn. Hey, everybody.
Hi, Kevin.
What's up? Big Belto.
What's up, Kevin?
I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing, Pedro. I saw your video. What was it? About 2 days ago with the tier system.
What do you think
about? Oh, shit. I'm like, what the hell? Man, DoorDash playing these fucking games.
They
and
are.
They're treating us like
We're like
kindergartners.
on that one, Kevin.
They're treating us like fucking kindergartners.
Big time.
And what?
I want apple juice.
And you mean to tell me for the silver, just to be silver, 50% isn't good enough? Now you gotta have 60? What the hell? And now what? A 90% completion rate is not good enough? You gotta have it at least 95?
Oh, really?
Well, listen, hold on. I want to say this. That's not in every market. 5 people sent me that on this middle of the week, and it's in a couple of Cali markets and a couple other ones. So it's something that they're testing. But we know when they test it, it'll wind up hitting Bobby's market, Kevin's, Gig Bell. It'll hit other markets, and it's stupid. It sucks. You got to, 80% AR is crazy. It is, but it's relative to your market as well. But
I commented on that. I said it's basically manure wrapped into a package with a pretty bow on the outside.
Yeah, right.
That's what it is.
Woo!
So let me start with Hockey PNC3. He's got a channel, right? But so what do you think about DoorDash? Is DoorDash dead? Is it dying? Is it are the days ahead of it going to be worse as the years go about? What do you say to that?
Okay, no, it's not dying, but it's getting really bad. The customer service is horrible. The way they do refunds, the way they treat drivers, their Dasher support as well as their customer support, if you use it as a customer, is awful. They don't treat you with respect. They don't care. They're just like, here's some credits for next time. They just want you to be a repeat customer, rinse and repeat. It's like, ugh. So I've really kind of taken a step back and done my refereeing. I do soccer now, track and field. Like, I've really took a step back. I'm traveling and having like my best life because like DoorDash was really stressing me out because of all these changes. I totally agree with you guys. I totally agree. These changes are not for the better. They're for the worse. And their stock price is getting killed. I don't know if you guys follow stocks, but it's not doing so good. But it is the #1 app, and it's not going anywhere. And that's all I got for you.
I agree.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Gig Beltos, what do you piggyback on that a little bit?
Oh, well, I mean, as far as is DoorDash dying, no, absolutely not. I totally agree with you on that, but I definitely have been giving it less of my time.
Yeah.
I've definitely changed my game this week. Like today, for example, I grossed about 160. You want to know how much of that was DoorDash today? $7.
Wow. Damn. You sound like Bobby. We'll get to Bobby next. Bobby does some DoorDash, but not a lot. I think a lot of people use DoorDash as a filler app, which is a smart thing.
Exactly.
Because if
It basically pays for my gas this week.
app,
That's what it's been doing for me.
Yeah, you use it as a filler, but $7, that's like one order.
Yeah. It was Instacart for the win today, all day. Yeah, I did great with Instacart. Yeah.
So, Bob,
but I've been giving Uber a lot more of my time. I did my first Deliver That order this week, which was a pretty interesting experience. But it's like I'm like you. As soon as the order pops up, it's like gone in a second. I got to figure it out to exactly how it works.
I don't understand it. I want to just go. I don't even.
It's really confusing, really.
Like that. I want to go in and just figure it out. But Bobby, is DoorDash dead? Give me your thoughts on DoorDash. I know you're not a fan of it, but you still use the app. What do you say to what DoorDash is doing? What's been your experience this year versus last year?
Well, my experience is that DoorDash is doing everything in their power to get people that don't tip their shit, and they do everything in their power to manipulate people. They're the most manipulative app out there. Colors, the constant updating stuff, and now I'm hearing they've raised the tier stuff even more now, where now it's, I believe, 80%. Or it's rolling out. I would say I know people that personally that do just DoorDash and do just fine in their area. So I'm not gonna say that if you make money it's stupid, but I would argue to most people that if you're using DoorDash as your main app, unless you're in a hella good market, I personally believe that you're missing opportunities out there to make more money in less time and spend more time with your family, because I don't
100%.
I don't ever preach working long hours. I'm not shitting on anybody that does, but me personally, it's not my thing. I'm not into it. And I use plenty of other apps. In fact, I saw this coming about a year ago, and I've been talking about it for a long time, that I noticed that the pay was going down. And me personally, it could be the pettiness in me, but when they cut my base pay to $2, that was kind of like them putting the nail in their own coffin. Because I just realized that why am I gonna do more work to make the same amount of money when I can go do one shop order and make 3 times that amount and be done in half the time, so I'm not out on the road getting tired, possibly getting in an accident. So that's just my thing. I some people are going to beat me up for saying this, but I personally think that they're the scummiest company out there. It's crazy to me, the stuff that they get away with. And if any kind of legislation...
You think DoorDash is worse than Uber? Because I think Uber, in my opinion...
me and you had this discussion the other day. Yes.
No way, man. I think you're way, way wrong. I think you're completely...
I think they're all scummy, dude. But, that's just me.
They all scum, but some stink worse than others.
Yeah, DoorDash is pretty bad. DoorDash, listen.
They all scum.
DoorDash is pretty bad.
But they pay. All of them did. But
Uber has a history of really, really shitting on their drivers. Because you got to remember, Uber it's Uber rideshare and Uber Eats. It's one technology company. So for me, Uber is like 10 times worse than DoorDash. They've been around longer too, but their experience could be different than mine.
I'm not a fan of the tip baiting.
It's mainly what I make the most money off of.
Another big problem I have with DoorDash is, and we've talked about this for a long time. I've beat a lot of people up over this. I believe any app that is designed to reward people for taking trash, it's embarrassing. It's abysmal. I think it's laughable. And it's just crazy to me. It's crazy that people will be willing to play certain games when they have an electric bill to pay, they have rent to pay, or whatever, for you. And it's just crazy to me that they're going to play a game when, when we're not out here to play a game. We're out here to make money and do what we got to do to take care of our own. So I'm not willing to do that, and call me stubborn or whatever you want to call me, but I'm not willing to settle for anything less than I feel I'm worth. And as knowledgeable as I am, and as long as I've been doing it, I'm not going to do it. And I'm a cherry picker for life. I always have been, I always will be. Nothing will change that. And if there comes a day where I can't cherry pick anymore, then I'll move on to something else. because I'm not going to waste my time dealing with $2, $3, $4, $5 orders. I don't care under any circumstances. It's not worth my time.
Yeah, I just got tired of playing their games, man. I was taking everything they were throwing at me just so I could hope to get a big catering order. And I think one day I got sent 3 different catering offers that were all $8 plus $3 setup pay, which basically means no tip. And after 3 of those in a row, I was like, what the hell am I doing this to myself for? I'm an independent contractor, right? Independent, keyword, independent. I don't have to take this crap, and I'm not going to. That's why I've been giving more apps my time. And like I said, it's not shitting on people that use DoorDash as their main. If it's working for you in your market, that's great. In my market, it just doesn't seem to be working that way. So I had to change and adapt.
Let me ask you guys this. So Bobby's talking about the games they play, which is all facts. These companies play games. DoorDash is one of the bigger ones that plays the most would say, right? Based on the programs and things. But let me play devil's advocate for a minute. DoorDash and Uber, I'll use those 2 as examples. They've been around for a while. Grubhub as well, but they have a program, but nobody fucking makes money on Grubhub for real. Maybe Ceci and a few others. Grubhub's not.
Ceci does.
My market is torpedo.
The market share is just not there. The volume on Grubhub just isn't there, right? So if you're lucky, you might make $100 a week with Grubhub or something if you're multi, right? But let me get to my point. So these new apps that were working that don't play the games, let's call them Delivered That or Curry or Walmart Spark or whatever. Uber Eats doesn't play as many. These companies are newer in some regards, but with the exception of Uber Eats. Delivered That and Curry, they're all going to have programs, guys. Mark my words. Walmart Spark, they're all going to have something at some point as they become bigger. And I think a year or 2 or 3 from now, we're going to be talking about how those apps are just as bad as DoorDash. I think DoorDash is just ahead of them and have a bigger market share. So we see it more and there's more opportunities, right? So we see more trash that hits our phones. So when we don't see a lot of the other apps, it doesn't seem as trashy because we're not seeing as much. But DoorDash will just sing trash after trash, Uber Eats, trash after trash. But I believe these other companies, as they grow, and as they become more oversaturated, Deliver That just added me. I'm going to make a video. People sign up, and then they're going to add another couple hundred in the next probably month, right? So as these companies become bigger, they all become more similar. Do they not?
Agreed.
I agree on that.
You know what?
Anybody that knows what they're doing and has been doing it long enough can see the writing on the wall and can pivot when they need to. So to me, when I hear people out there, and, I'm not going to call anybody else specifically, but if this applies to you, then that's cool. If you ever tell yourself that in order to make money, you need to take these little low-paying bullshit offers at any point, whether that be to keep your AR up or whatever makes you feel better, then I suggest you take a hard look in the mirror and realize that this might not be for you, because that is... To me, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's mind-boggling to me how many people, and I hate to say it like this. Some people are gonna get mad, but I call them the suckers. That's what I call them. It's the people that are.
Hey, Bobby, I want to ask you.
If that offends you,
Bobby, I want to ask you a question. I know you'll be honest. I'll go first. The lowest order I took this week was a $4 stack. I'll just admit it. What was the lowest order you took this week? On
$6. I don't take anything under $6. I don't care if it's going around the corner. I won't kick it there.
But that's not much of a difference. My point is that's not much of a difference.
$2 is a difference. It adds up.
Yeah,
that's
it make a
more
difference.
miles on your car. That's more gas in your car. That's more wear on your tires. Dude, I'm petty. I don't care, bro. I don't deal with people like that. I have a high value for myself.
Those ones give us the most trouble anyway.
I don't care.
Thank you.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Thank you. Goodness.
And look, when it comes to business, I have no sympathy. I don't feel sorry. It's what I am. Take it or leave it.
So Kevin, I want to get your perspective. You came in hot right from the jump, talking about the 80% and the tiers and all. What is DoorDash and completion rate like? What are you going to do if that hits your market? Do you delete the app? Do you if when they get to the point, your breaking point, like Bobby mentioned, his was like the $2 base pay. He's like, all right, DoorDash, I'm not going to give you much of my time. I'll do this and I'll pivot. When's that time going to be for Kevin? What's your breaking point with DoorDash?
You know what? I'll say this. I guess at least for the foreseeable future, I'll do these apps. But I would challenge all of us that at some point in time, we need to go ahead and just maybe even stop doing them all together and go ahead and find something else and leave them in the dust. That's what we really need to do.
So what
Thanks
is
for
that?
working on that, dude.
What
Is it what most of us are going to do? Who knows? Only time would tell. But I think that would be the smart money.
No, but I asked you, Kevin, what will you do? So 2 months from now, they're not telling you. They're saying you're going to get better orders at 80%. They're not telling you have to. Let's not get it twisted here, people, right?
Yeah.
So they're not telling you, they're not forcing you to do anything. Let's not forget that, right? Because Bobby has a low AR, they still send him good orders, right, Bobby?
Yes, but
you know
I will
what,
say
Pedro?
in my market, it's unique. I live in a very unique situation where it's a very small population, but it's dense and a lot of people order. So I get the volume of what you would call a super metro market versus while I live in a small town. So I'm kind of an anomaly on that.
Okay. Fair.
But yes,
that is.
To answer your question, Pedro.
Yeah.
If that could my market with all that bullshit, I have something that I got a little trick. I've been using a little trick the past couple of months.
Okay.
To where I can keep my AR up without ever taking a single piece of garbage.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you talking about the glitch? You using the glitch?
Now, I will say this. They did fix it. In the past, you could go ahead and do that little thing.
Okay.
And the AR would go up. Now, your AR stays the same. They did fix that.
Gotcha.
They did fix that.
So Kevin's spilling all the beans tonight. All right, thanks, Kevin.
But you know what? So DoorDash wants to go ahead and say, well, we might reward you if you get like 80%. Well, you know what, DoorDash, I can get 80% without taking your damn garbage. So screw you.
Okay,
well, very good.
Kevin, if you've got something in your back pocket, what's the difference then? Why are you mad about it?
Well, I just hate the fucking games.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
It's like a fucking circus.
Hello, let me say something.
If I wanted to go to the circus, I'd buy a damn ticket to go see the circus.
So let me ask you guys. I'll start with Lynn, and we'll go around, and then I'll go to the next guest. Okay. What do we do if, or in my opinion, when the other companies that most of us are working in and we like better than DoorDash, what do we do when they start implementing? Because we know these companies are very copycat.
Follow the leader.
Following. What do we do then? What do we do then? Lynn, I'll start with you.
With me, well, I always have an exit strategy for any of them. I don't give any of them too much. There's always something else that I'm doing or something else I can do in case there's a problem with that. Well, I say with DoorDash, it is in my market. It's so oversaturated to the point where there is 1 hour on a Friday in my direct market that it heats up for 1 hour and is good for that 1 hour on Friday. And that's it. So that's why I say it's not so much, it's kind of garbage and all in that. And then two, I speak to a lot of other DoorDash drivers. And the ones that dash now, every one of them had to sell their soul to the garbage orders. Every last one of them that did it. Oh, I had to do, and it not me asking and say, well, how many bad ones did you have to sell?
Yeah.
That's the first word out of their mouths, is that I had to accept a whole lot of garbage, but I can dash all the time now.
You can do all the garbage orders all the time. So it's just
Yeah. And they may get others, and they get bigger. They have the option to dash. They get priority, so they do have more good orders in that case too. But they had to do so many bad ones to get to good ones. And then today, I was like, what was it like? The gentleman in the corner said, it was a $3 peak pay. It was red hot. I got one DoorDash order for $6.50 going 2 miles. It had been amazing. It was quick. The food's ready. Boom, boom, round trip. Would have been amazing. They could have put, wasn't a great one, but it wasn't bad at all. But that's the only one that it got. I don't like that you can't see that it has gone back gray and it's not heated up anymore. I don't like that. But thankfully, I went to a neighboring market. I was in one about 2 over. Just to, for that, I was up that way. And then I came back to a neighboring one. And it did good. Well, Uber Eats said, I got you, Lynn. I got you. I turned on the DoorDash app in the neighboring market. It did better for there. And then, but Uber Eats has been doing better. But yeah, I'll tell you, they do throw a whole lot of garbage at you as well. I will agree with you that they do. They go down. They start out throwing you money like it's printing. They printing it up in the basement. And then they all start say, how low can I go and still get these orders out? Yeah. So I agree with you on that point. But there's like levels. And it's what is the lesser of the evil in your market?
Yeah,
and
that's a good point.
I'm sorry.
Less of evil.
And so they all evil. But Uber Eats was the lesser of the evil in mine. Spark even started doing that too. They all try to see, they all do that. But DoorDash is the worst at it. DoorDash is always, well, if you don't accept this order, we're going to take this down another % or 2 years on. And boom, and then they throw you another bad, and then throw you the same one twice, and then it's going to count. When you didn't accept it the second time, it's going to take another percentage.
Well, let me ask you, do you think we see more trash with DoorDash just because there's more orders on that app?
No, I see what it is. I see more. I see about as much trash on Uber Eats, but I see more great ones. On Uber Eats. I do more unicorns on Uber Eats on a weekly basis. So maybe that's what makes it better, or else I do a decent amount of good orders on Uber Eats. They throw me enough of them. DoorDash will one after other, after other, and then it's as I'm saying, no. My acceptance rate keeps declining. It's a free fall. Declining. So I don't like, they're more pushy about it. Yeah. They all do it. They just low key on the other apps about it. DoorDash tries and I don't like it. So it is garbage to me now. It didn't used to be, but it's garbage in my market. And I have my market wired. I have mine and the neighboring ones wired. And so I see this, it's almost a free fall of negativity or bad stuff, worse with DoorDash than any of them. And I say a lot of times it is Uber Eats is pulling my fat out the fire. It really is a lot of times.
Fat out the fire.
That's my saver this week.
Go ahead, Gig Tools. Give me your thoughts on the other apps. When do you think they're just gonna do the same manipulation at some point as DoorDash? What do you say to that, Gig Bell?
Well, It's definitely. I mean, even Uber Eats has like a tier system as well, but
Yeah.
at least it's based on orders you complete, not orders you accept. That's why I like theirs a little better. But
Good point.
you know, I mean, Instacart, same deal. They have. I'm close to platinum on the Instacart. And then up next is diamond, so they got the same kind of stuff. They already kind of do it already. I just think that I'm just in here fighting, try to keep the Dash Now thing, and when I always have to remember is that I can do that with all the other apps. You know, why am I sitting there trying to work so hard to keep top dasher status on this one app when I can already do it whenever I want to on the other apps? You know, it's
Good point.
why I do that to myself. And also, I am working on an exit strategy. I'm trying. Yep, there's deliver that. Hang on. Let's see what I got. Let's see if I can get it. Real quick.
I didn't get that.
Damn it, it's gone. It's gone. Shit. See? It's gone.
Mine didn't go off.
I gotta figure it out.
Mine didn't go off like that. It just had a notification banner on my phone, but I heard no sound. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm gonna figure that out. But also, like I said, my exit strategy is martial arts. Look at this. This trophy. I got this, and I got this trophy. They go with my other 3 trophies.
Damn.
And I'm going again this next weekend. I'm going back to Oklahoma on Friday.
So
and not only am I going to be competing, I'm going to be coaching.
You're going to be kicking ass, coaching, and taking names later. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm looking so forward to doing that. I get to work with these kids that all look up to me, and it's been just a great experience. But that's what I'm trying to do. I'm doing these gig apps until I get that set up. Once that's all set up, I'm done. I'm out.
You got your exit plan.
Bobby,
oh yeah.
There you go.
Before we get to Bobby, Roy says, "Don't blame DoorDash, blame yourselves." Bobby, what do you say to that, man? What do you say to that?
I agree with Roy 1,000% on that. Absolutely.
He's got a point.
I think you should never blame any app for your success or failure. Whatever you do is on you, and you're 100% accountable for every action you make, every decision you make, every order you take. Can't blame the app. Now, I can blame the app for glitching all the time or, whatever, but I can't blame them for, me not making money. It's not their job. So,
Good point.
But,
do you think other apps that you work now at some point will do things similar that DoorDash does?
Okay.
How will you respond?
Wait, hey, hold on. You were cutting in and out a little bit. I didn't hear all that.
There's not always going to be another app every 6 months. Eventually, they'll be to where there's no more apps. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to do if the other apps implement the manipulation taxes of DoorDash?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a true hustler, so I'll always find a way. I always tell myself I don't like to look like I always plan out for future, right? Like I'm a forward thinker, but at the same time, like I don't think too far into the future. Because I'm not going to sit here and stress and worry about every little thing that may or may not ever happen because I don't ever know what's really going to happen. I mean, I can speculate and make assumptions, but, I'm more of like a think 5 years ahead, not 20 years ahead, because that's just, we don't even know. Like Roy he actually made a really good point to me the other night when he said, you never know, like, when you're going to be here. You never know how long you're going to be here. You never know. Tomorrow could be your last day, right? So I enjoy the moments, and I understand that there may come a point where, by the way, nice troll job.
You're welcome.
So,
no. It's not troll.
that.
I'm just letting the people decide, Bobby. I'm letting the people decide. Okay.
Well, I mean, you're clearly trolling, and that's okay. I appreciate a good troll. I troll you pretty much 24/7. So
Hey, Bobby, I think we both do a good job. It's fun, man. It's fun. It's good.
I mean, what I would really like to know though is you said I didn't want the smoke, so I want to know what smoke am I not getting right now? Are you holding back or?
Listen. We like to poke you, and it's fun. I will say this. I think it's easy. This is my opinion. I think it's easy for people on YouTube and this very small community we have to give the most hate to DoorDash. I think that's easy. I like for us to be a little more creative. I go into live chats, everybody's just bashing DoorDash and making videos. DoorDash is dead. but like they don't realize the app that they're. This is my opinion, and I'll be right in about a year. I just will. In a year or two, what's going to happen is the other apps that you guys are working right now that you love aren't going to be. And most of you motherfuckers are going to come crawling back to DoorDash. Remember, I want you guys to clip that, okay? Because a lot of other apps are going to continue to be oversaturated, just like DoorDash is. And then all these people are going to come back to DoorDash trying to get back on because that's where the opportunity is. That's what I think. So to me, I think it's just funny that we talk about DoorDash so much, but like we don't, like Uber's the worst. And I'll debate anybody about that. We can
open your market, honey. Your market.
Well, you know what, Pedro? You know what?
What Uber has done. What Uber
Because I've seen what I've seen the orders you get. It is garbage. Oh,
you know what goodness. Though? I'll give you this. I'll give you this. Okay, that's fine. If you know, there's a gentleman in your chat, or was. For anybody that doesn't know, his name is Gigwise, aka Tim. Now, Tim, I believe, is either in the same market as Pedro or they're somewhere around each other.
No, we're in the same. Me and Tim are in the same zone.
Okay. And Tim banks on Uber. So the process that Uber is garbage, that's more of an opinion versus an actual fact.
But do you know why he banks, Bobby?
You're welcome.
Do you know why he banks?
Because he gives it the time and he focuses on it.
Exactly. So do you know why I bank pretty decently on DoorDash? For the same reason. So you just proved my point. These apps, like one person can say one's trash and be in the same zone, but it's because Uber is incentivizing him and rewarding him with a program because he does the app. DoorDash is rewarding me because I work the app. What's the difference?
So what program is Tim being rewarded when there's no tier system, there's no large order program? On Uber, you turn it on and off. There's no scheduling. There's no way for me, and I do Uber pretty frequently, and I see both good and bad orders no matter what my AR is, no matter what time of day. The only thing that I notice on Uber is the more you accept, the more they send you. But other than that, it's not about how high is my AR. It's mostly proximity to restaurant, a little bit of luck. There's no real strategy to it, to be honest. So I don't personally see Uber feeding Tim because he takes a lot of orders. I see him he focuses, he's in the right situation, he knows the right restaurants, you know what I'm saying?
You just said that they feed him.
One quick
meaning they don't give him big orders because he took a $6 order. They're not like, oh, hey, Tim, you threw us a bone, so we'll take care of you. It's like, hey, he knows his market. He knows the time of day to be at the high-end restaurants, and he gets it,
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So with me, it's gray. It's gray most of the week. So it's like, I can't say I would give it more time. I look at it every day. I check it when I'm going out. I turn them on. I try to turn them, all the ones I have, on. To do that. DoorDash does not heat up. And DoorDash in my area is so oversaturated that you can't schedule out. In my market, they don't have schedules because it's that many drivers in my market. So it isn't a matter of me giving more time to the others. I would give whatever time. I have no loyalty to me. It is which one is actually paying me the best, and I turn my
we follow the money
to see. I follow the money trail, and so if it lit up like the way it used to, like I said about a few years ago, I knew down to the minute when I could turn on a DoorDash. Within a couple minutes, it's red hot. I can dash now. And that's what it did for about 2.5 years. Now it is so much because the turnover and the many new drivers that's coming in the area that it doesn't heat up. It does not. So you can't just sit there and I gotta make money. So it's not whichever one I'm giving more time to is doing the best for me because rewarding me because I'm doing it. If it doesn't heat up, there are no orders for me.
Yeah, there's nothing for you.
So is it? But I check it every day I'm out there, and I check it different times, and it doesn't. So yeah, I mean, so that's not really right to say. Now, at least not for me. Is that it's not a matter of I'm not giving DoorDash no time, so it's not doing anything for me. It's like I'm checking for it, but it's not offering me anything. Uber Eats is offering me.
Let me read this comment real quick before I let y'all
Yeah.
go. So, gig-wise, this is Tim that we're referencing. Me and him, I mean, I could probably throw a rock and hit his house, right? That's how close we are. Uber Eats is very tough to work right now. I make the bulk of my money from catering. And I think catering is where a lot of people are shifting to, right? Bob included, gig-wise, and I'm on Deliver That. And we hear a lot of people, Kim's Side Money Plans, I'm seeing some of her content. She's doing a lot more catering with like Zifty and Cartwheel and Deliver That. So like, that's definitely where the dollars are, because at minimum, you know, gig gals in here, at minimum, I think you're making $28-30 per run. That's if it takes you a half hour to an hour, that's good, right? And you only got to do one task, even if it's a large one. Who cares? You're doing one.
I couldn't get on Deliver That.
Yeah.
I couldn't get on it.
How long does that catering last, and what's going to be the next adaptation, right? Like, because that eventually will start to get slower as more people come to the apps. So what's going to be the next thing? I don't know. I just think there's always going to be something. The gig economy is growing. This work's not going anywhere. We will always have opportunities. We have to be willing to adapt, like Bobby says. But I just wonder when the catering starts to get oversaturated. And
it'll do the same. It will do the same. Clear, they all follow the same pattern. They pay you out a lot more. Pivot.
That's your thing. I just want to be clear.
And then they stop.
Bobby,
there we go.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I say pivot. I don't say adapt. That's your thing.
Same way.
But I would like to take this moment before you continue. I would like to self-serve a little bit. So since I'm on a bigger platform than I usually am, I don't know if you can tell in my icon, I currently have a dog on the screen that has an Uber Eats bandana. And I've been trying to get a sponsorship with them for quite some time. So if anybody from Uber's listening, I have been praising y'all and giving y'all props everywhere I go. So I think it's about time to get my due. That's all.
So Bobby, listen, if you know, I know you got a lot of Pedro hate, but I have an Uber Eats connection. So if you want to kiss the ring, I could help you with that.
First of all, I don't
give me that info. I want to talk to him about tip baiting.
I don't have hate. Hate is a very strong word. A huge difference of opinion in a lot of things. Absolutely.
Listen, Bobby, just kiss the ring, and then I'll get your phone number.
Yeah, I won't kiss any ring, invisible or not. So you can take that with somebody else.
Fair enough. Listen, y'all are great. I got a few other people waiting. I'm gonna bring them up. Bobby, Kevin, Lynn, Gig Bell, Hockey PNC earlier. I appreciate you guys for giving me your time, and have a good rest of the week or the rest of the Sunday night.
You too, Pedro.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Good to see you.
Tell him, Ceci. Tell him. Not Ceci, Sensei. All right.
Yeah, Sensei, I'm not kissing anything, but I would like to say for anybody.
No, we'll just kick Bobby right now. There we go. Bobby said enough. All right, y'all have a good one. All right, I got a few people waiting. I'm going to bring them up. Lynn, have a good one. All right. Pedro got the last laugh with Bobby. It's always fun when you can do that. Shout out to Bobby. I will say this. I'm going to give Bobby some flowers real quick. I know he's still listening. Bobby is a hustler. He does this thing in Louisiana. So much respect there. All right, I see Real Talk Roy. Let me just bring Real Talk Roy up. And I see Serious Business. I don't know who that is. You don't have a face. You don't have an avatar. I cannot bring you up. If you want to show me your face for a second, that's cool. And then I can bring you up after. But for now, let's just bring Real Talk with Roy up. Real Talk with Roy. What's up, man? How you doing?
Let's bring the party up in here. What's up?
So what do you think about all these people complaining about DoorDash, man? I mean, everybody just hates on DoorDash, and all they do is complain about the same app all the time. Isn't it annoying?
It does get annoying, and like I said, you guys, you know, they've been fed so much bullshit. And I'll be honest, YouTube, gig tubers, y'all are part to blame for that shit.
Absolutely.
Blowing these apps up over and over and over again, giving these people false hope that they're going to be something, you know. And the sad part about it is most of these people are pandemic drivers. They don't know what the gig work was like prior to pandemics, bro, and that's the problem. Mm-hmm. They all think because we had that one weird incident, me doing my shit since 2016, I knew what it was like prior to the pandemic. So I knew that you had to know your shit. You had to know your strategies. During the pandemic, everybody jumped on. They were just giving shit. They were just giving everything because nobody had any choice. So now that they're getting a taste of fucking reality, excuse my language, I'll try not to cuss too much. Now they're getting a taste of reality of what it's really like to be out there struggling with all the other people that are signing up. And because let's face it, people are lazy. People like that. I can get up whenever I feel like it. And that's one of the problems. You know, these people have this lazy ass attitude. Oh, I can get up whenever I want. I can do whenever I want. I can schedule, blah, blah, blah. That just goes to show your work ethic. If you're that fucking lazy that you can just use an excuse of, oh, I can get up and do it whenever I want, I can just imagine how often you probably don't do it. You're probably sitting on your ass. You're probably like, oh, DoorDash sucks. I don't want to go out and do it. And you're probably sitting on your ass. So because we know people out there that hustle that make that money on DoorDash. So it's not DoorDash. It's you. Most of it is the drivers are their own worst enemies. We've already known this. So it's.
So let me ask you this: do you think, while the pandemic was obviously the height of the earnings and the opportunities and all that, right? Because everybody's at home and whatever, right? Ordering food, and people are going to always order food. But do you think DoorDash is dead? Do you think it's going to continue year over year to get worse, and we're going to see other apps be better for Dashers, or do you think it's just going to be about the same?
I think it's going to be about the same. And it's not really DoorDash's fault. You got to look at it's the society's fault. We got a bunch of garbage ass people out there, and you got to figure it's not DoorDash. These people don't want to tip. That's not DoorDash's fault. DoorDash is giving you what they promised you, $2.25, whatever the case. DoorDash can't force people to fucking tip, and unfortunately, we see the tipping culture in society right now. Everybody's asking for a tip. Fuck, we got computers asking for tips, and they ain't even helping customers. So, you know, and that's pissing people off. We see videos about it. Your Matt Walsh one was a perfect example.
Yeah.
People are just getting pissed off because everybody's like, tip, 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 tip. Everybody wants a tip for doing jack shit.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and so, of course, it's going to piss people off. And then you just got the garbage people of society because society has fed into everybody's brainstem that they're somebody special and they deserve luxury everything, even though they're garbage. And so they order like garbage. They don't tip because they think, hey, you're my slave. I ordered off the app. You're my bitch. And that's the way people think. And, you know, and it works the same in the W-2. You know, I do W-2 deliveries. So it works the same. You just got trash ass individuals that think they're special and they're never going to tip. And, you know, so.
I want to bring this comment up real quick and I'll get your opinion on it because I got a story. So Jennifer says, I blame Square for the tipping fatigue. I think that's a really good comment. The Square is a, you know, computer program and, you know, they turn an iPad around and the reason Square implements to where even like places like weed shops now and every cafe and some retail places have that is because Square takes a percentage of that money from the company. So they want that subtotal to be higher, right? So Square even can get a percentage of that tip. So they implement that into the software. But Roy, what do you think about the Square? Like you mentioned, like everybody wants a tip. I was at a place today. It's a little cafe, right?
Uh-huh.
I went to go get a water and they charge for the cup. It is what it is. And I got a scone. And the scone is right there where the girl is, right?
Uh-huh.
So literally she just grabs the scone and she's going to charge me 25 cents for the cup that I'm going to put the water in, whatever. And then the little square thing pops around and I tip just about everybody. But I'm thinking to myself, I had a moment like, damn, I got to grab, you know, the cup's already over there. So I'm grabbing it myself. And she literally just handed me the scone that's right at her stomach level anyway. Do I tip for that? But they're asking for a tip, you know? So like, I think the whole Square thing is something, but what do you think about the whole tipping and like, it's everywhere? I think we're seeing less because of it.
Well, and that's the problem. And that also goes back to, there was a comment I wanted to comment on this in here. This dude's like saying, bro, you're making 0 cents. DoorDash controls the pay. No shit, Sherlock. Thanks for stating the fucking obvious. Of course they insert the pay. That's why they pay you $2.50. They control the pay. Duh, just like a W-2. You think you can go into a W-2 and they just give you whatever the fuck you want? No, DoorDash has set their pay at $2.50 and then whatever else tip-wise. Man, people say some of the dumbest shit sometimes.
It is what it is, man. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, I don't get some of these people. They're so stupid. Yeah, that's a problem. And then it comes back to society. How dumb are you? You know what you should tip for. You tip for what you used to tip for. Just because everybody's asking for a tip, don't mean you got to tip them. And that's the whole, and that goes back to the just dum-dums of society. Like, oh, they're asking for a tip. I got to tip them. So let me tip them. And then they get pissed off when they're tipping people. That's just dumb. That's just dumb. Like, no, you know what you should tip for. Tip your delivery drivers and, you know, shit like that. You know that. So if you're a 50-year-old man, you shouldn't be complaining about everybody asking for tips. You make the decision. Do I tip or do I not tip? That's it. You don't tip these people. They've never been tipped. So why are you tipping them now just because they're asking for it? You know, it's like, you know, you don't do that. So
say hi to Stan.
Jonathan society is the biggest issue, to be honest with you. Society.
Stan, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Good. Oh.
Jonathan Cameron, are you there? Can you hear us?
Hey, hi guys.
What's up, man? Are you on an active delivery right now?
I just done my shift. Yeah.
Oh, you just started. Well, be careful, man. I don't want you to be distracted on a bike, man.
No, I done. I just done my shift.
Got it. Done. Okay, how'd you do today? Did you make some good money?
I make about $80 in 5 hours. 80, 90 bucks, 80, 90 bucks in 5 hours.
And you're on a bike, right?
Yeah. But I want to say, like, you guys don't, like, in Canada, like, I saw many people in state complain about DoorDash. But for now, in Canada, we're kind of lucky because we don't have all your fucking shit program yet. They don't put all the shit program yet in Canada. Like, our base pay in Canada is still $4 right now. But, like, you know, like, the tips culture is really, like, I'm pretty sure, like, most of the customers don't know how much we get base pay. And that's the issue. Like, sometimes I talk to customers, I'm like, do you know I get paid $3 for this? And they're like, really? Only that? I'm like, yes, only $2. And they're like, okay, I'm going to add you tips later. I'm like, okay, fine. And they never did. They pretend to care, but they never did.
Yeah.
They don't care. Nobody's going to tip you afterwards, bro. That's a fucking joke. Nobody's going to tip you.
This morning I actually had two people that
well,
they dropped me one a buck after I did the drop, the other one $2. I worked for about 2 hours 15 minutes.
And Jonathan, I don't want to get in your shit, bro, but really, bro, why are you doing this job and then you turn around asking customers and telling customers what you make? You know what you make. You know what they give. Why are we doing that? Like, is it the customer's fault? Is it the customer's responsibility to DoorDash, and you're taking a $3 order that you feel it's necessary to tell a customer, hey, I only made $3 on this? That makes you that's like, dude, that's like me at my W-2 say, hey, you know, I only get paid minimum wage. Why don't you give me some extra for cutting your pizza or whatever? That's, bro, I don't get it.
To be honest, Roy, I never, most of the time I don't take no tips order. I just take no tips order if they're less than 1 mile. And they're less than 1 mile, I will take it. But if there's more than 1 mile, I don't take. Because, like, I told myself, I'm like, okay, if it's take me 4 minutes or 5 minutes to do $4 order, it's okay, I will do it. But you guys said the customer don't add tips. It's not true. 2 weeks ago, I got the $30 adding tips on DoorDash. And the funny part on this order is I mistook the address. Customer called me, said, you're the wrong building. I was confused. The building was across the street, so I go grab back his order. But the customer was already calling support, asking me to receive his order. So I'm thinking he get a refund, but he was able to give me a tips. So he gave me a $30 tips. I was confused. I was like, okay, fine, thank you. But sometimes I get
But bro, when it comes to adding, sorry, Pedro, go ahead.
No, sorry, I don't bring up like what the base pay is with a customer. I just wouldn't do it. Aaron, let's say hi to Aaron. Aaron's in the show.
What's up, Aaron? But when you're bringing up the customers tipped you afterwards, you're bringing up like 0.0001% of the customers that actually will tip you afterwards. So you know that's like getting cash tips. That's like begging. That's like fucking hoping you're going to get a cash tip. Like when we know that's 0.2% of people that give cash tips.
Yeah, yeah. I get but guys, on my area right now for bikers, DoorDash is 90%. DoorDash is 90% of my money. Uber is about 5 or 10% only. Like orders dropping like crazy on Uber right now. Like on my area.
Bad.
Like I got today in 5 hours two order, two order on Uber in 5 hours.
Yeah, crazy. Aaron, what do you got on your mind tonight? Let's get Aaron's perspective on the combo tonight. Aaron, are you there?
Oh,
I'm here. It's lagging. I hear the people complaining about the tips, and
Yeah, the tips are garbage. Bro.
I've been doing a lot of roadie. Roadie has been great for me because they pay you fairly without the damn tips. Like you can get $8 2-mile CVS pharmacy delivery and there's not a fucking tip. They don't even allow the damn tip on it. So I'm starting to fall in love with the Roadie app, and I need to get a freaking truck. Look at this. Like, you see the 300 and something dollars.
Aaron
That
flex tonight. Aaron
shows there's 0 tips. Like, all these orders were worth it, and 0 freaking tips. So we need to get rid of these apps that have to tip to pay us. You know, it's getting ridiculous how these companies want the customers to pay us. Total BS.
Bro, if you want to get rid of the apps that pay for tips, get a W-2 job. That way you don't have to worry about tips.
Okay.
That's funny. Yo, this says I'm
You know, everybody wants to bitch and complain about DoorDash. How do anybody in this
All
room
right.
right now can raise their hand and tell me how much it costs to run an app? Any of you guys run apps? Do you know how much it costs to run apps? The amount of money they probably pay for servers to provide this service to people that everybody wants to bitch and complain about?
Hey, wait, you guys can see me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we see you, bro.
Holy shit. Hey, Paige,
Are
I'm
you
talking to you guys.
What's up? Well,
defending DoorDash?
Click the link to join the show.
I didn't know that. I thought, hey,
Is this guy defending DoorDash and saying that they need their money?
No, I don't defend nobody, and I'm not going to defend you either, because you guys make the fucking choice to come and do these apps.
Come on.
And then you want to sit back and cry when you don't want to make the money that you want to make. That's who so I don't defend neither of you, because these are all personal responsibilities you need to take upon yourself. If you know the app sucks, you're on YouTube daily hearing that the app sucks. Don't sign up to do
You're
the app.
on YouTube right now.
Hey guys,
well,
how much money
Roy,
do you guys make on DoorDash? I made $104,000 last year DoorDashing in Alaska.
well, the problem, Roy, eating is a choice. Like some people don't have choice, to be honest. Like I've been looking for a normal job for years. They said they're looking everywhere. I've been looking for years, and they said, "Oh, sorry, you don't have."
Into real estate? I bought real estate and rolled over my money into crypto.
For me, I just do it as a into my W-2. I'm looking to retire in 11 months. I got my goal right now to pay off, do $100 to $200 a week, and just keep moving along.
Well,
like,
Stan, I think
what
most people
always talks about is you got to have a goal. It's what you have inside yourself to work for that goal. No, don't let the app tell you what you got to do. It's up to you to decide for yourself how you want to do it and what you want to do and for how long.
Yeah, it's a good point, Stan. I think most people that do the gig economy, DoorDash specifically, is doing it how you do it. Part-time, you're supplementing income, you work, and so I think that we, on YouTube, a lot of us get so mad, and most of the time full-timers, because most people do part-time and they don't give a fuck about no tier. They don't care about the base pay because they're just making what they're making and then going home. So I think DoorDash knows, and they use that to their benefit. Unfortunately, that's how I look at it. But I don't know.
Like
I start working. Oh, go ahead.
I worked, for about 2.5 hours, made $50. That was my goal for the day. Once I got done with that, went home, did some stuff with the kids, got ready for regular work, and went. In my market, I have McDonald's, a couple bagel places, Dunkin' Donuts, the Chick-fil-A, stuff like that. Most of those are typically $5 to $6, 1.5 to 3 miles, all day, every day, except Sunday for Chick-fil-A, where you do 10 of those a day, you're at your $50 already.
Yeah.
I get lost all my damn
Like you
supers.
got to know what your market is and learn to work within those constraints. I'll get once in a while get some what is it, the Lidl's or Aldi's and stuff, do shop and pays, but then it's always a trade-off on time there. But it's what you want to make of it and what extra time you got.
But it's what you want to make of it. And yeah, I've been somebody on YouTube that has definitely made some videos where I've complained or said this, and I look back and it's like, damn, those are weak videos. I look weak when I do that. That's how, I look weak, and it doesn't mean I might not make one next week, but I look weak when we're sitting in front of a camera complaining about a digital app. It's a weak move because we can control a lot more than we think, in my opinion, right? I don't have to fucking do DoorDash tomorrow. DoorDash tomorrow. Like, we can figure other things out. So I just want us to we have to sometimes remind ourselves. I think we give these companies way too much credit, way too much of our energy. And I think a lot of us work them way longer than we should. I think there should be some kind of separation for most of us, not all, because I know some of us can do this forever and that's okay, right? Nothing wrong with that. But I think most of us.
One other key thing, right now when you look at, I work in a regular restaurant, for my W-2. Once gas prices got over $3 a gallon in my area, it's now about $3.50. Everything slows down. People have money, so the ones who are buying, they're buying. At least we have those orders. But overall, a lot of people are hurting, and like you guys say, if you ain't got the money to buy it, don't obligate yourself to it.
Yeah.
And
can I mention something on a comment real quick?
Go ahead.
Somebody said every DoorDash YouTuber is complaining about DoorDash. John, that's clicks and views, baby. That's clicks and views. Come on now. Let's fucking be honest. That's just clicks and views. That's the hot topic right now. Let's fucking face it. It's the hot topic. You know what I'm saying? It's only bad is if you don't know how to do your shit. DoorDash is only bad if you don't know how to do your shit. That's like Pedro said, people are trying to make this their like next retirement job is DoorDash. It's garbage. Well, y'all are working one app. You have a multitude of apps at your fucking disposal, but yet you only want to work, and that's DoorDash. So of course DoorDash is going to be the evil one because that's what y'all sign up for. Also, once again, it goes back to society. Remember, whoever hated the orange man and voted the fucking turd in that opened up the border, you got to deal with that shit too, because these people are looking for jobs. And Aaron was one of the ones, perfect example, pointing this shit out, that you got all these immigrants running the border, taking over DoorDash and doing that. So you got to take some blame for that too. There's all kinds of factors other than DoorDash controls the pay that fucking go into this shit. And if you can't realize it and move the fuck on from one app, then I don't know what to tell you. But sitting there crying in the corner ain't gonna change anything. That's all I gotta say.
I started working at 2017 for delivery.
Hey guys, I got you later.
All right, thank you, Stan. Appreciate you coming on the show, sir. Thank you.
I started working as delivery at 2017. At that time, I was only working for Uber. I was the first bikers in my area. And the app was shit. Like, they don't show distance. You can cancel anything. If you cancel, Uber was give you shit and blah, blah, blah. But the pay was better. I was making about $400 to $500 a week for about 4 to 45 hours. Right now, I need to work on DoorDash and Uber to make the same amount. But like Roy said, if you're stuck with only one app, you're dumb. Because if you complain about not making money, but you're just working for DoorDash, continue complain.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think, and the whole Roy brought up the immigrants and stuff. It's a tough subject, I think, for some, because not all markets have obviously been impacted the way some have. I think people in Denver, New York City, certain parts of California have been super impacted. Maybe Texas. So,
Yeah.
I see it a little bit, but it's hard to tell who's an immigrant or not. It's a tough thing to right. It's something I think about, but it's hard to. It's hard to say. A lot of people throw these numbers out there. This number, that number. We got this many. I don't know what's real and what isn't, if I'm being honest. Like, I have no idea who to believe with that. Like, it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely an issue. It's definitely something that has shifted in the last 6 to 9 months, to where obviously we're talking about it. People are seeing it. People are being impacted by it. But it's tough. I don't know how to feel about it sometimes. I just don't. It's a weird thing to me. But
yeah. And also, everybody bitches about DoorDash because it's the most popular app. If Uber Eats was the most popular app, everybody be bitching about that. If Curry was the most popular app, everybody be bitching about that. So it doesn't. Once again, personal responsibility. Either suck it up or move the fuck on. That's your best bet. Quit relying on. And it's funny. Y'all say you want to be independent contractors, but you acting worse than employees. You guys want the minimum wage. You guys want all this shit. I've never seen so many so-called independent contractor people bitch and complain that they're not getting paid enough doing their shit. Like, what the fuck? Come on.
But you guys know, like, the jacket I'm wearing right now is used in Canada. It's an old company used to pay us a minimum wage. So this is called Foodora. It's a Germany company, but they make bankruptcy like 3 years later than come in Canada, because when they start on my area, they start paying us $14 an hour plus tips, then $15 an hour plus tips, then $16 an hour plus tips. But they pretend they make bankruptcy. But the real issue is, so Toronto bikers try to get union. So the main office in Germany just called Canada and said, no, shut down your fucking operation. We don't want any union thing. So they just pretend bankruptcy and they just shut down their operation.
Interesting. Yeah, Canada's, you guys got different things. My man Chris Boy in here from Australia representing. What's up, man? It's different parts of the world, different countries definitely have different thing, different ways of operating business, and union or not union. Minimum wages are different. I want all.
Yeah.
I don't want no government in my gig work. I've said that. I've always said that. I will most likely always feel that way. I don't think some would say there's a need and could argue there is, but I don't want it. I want less government in my life. That's just me. If you want more, that's a personal decision. I don't want them looking at me. I don't even want them taxing me, but that's a whole nother live stream, right? Like, I want no government interference, but I understand some people, they might want it because they need it or they've had benefits.
Yeah.
And that's okay, right? I don't want any of that shit. That's me though.
Pedro, I have one question for you.
Yeah.
What do you think about what they do in New York with the minimum wage?
I don't like it. I think it's putting a band on a serious issue. I think what's going to happen is it's going to cost people jobs and opportunities. I think we're seeing that in California, the $20 minimum wage in Cali. They just going to start putting robots in the Burger Kings now, and now they're going to fire some people or let them go, and then the people that stay are going to have to do more work. People are going to start ordering less, maybe. I think Band-Aids on things. That's how I look at that. I don't like it. So, Jonathan, appreciate you. Roy,
yeah,
always a pleasure having you on, man. Appreciate you guys for coming up. You guys have a good rest.
Yep. See you later, guys. Have a good one.
All right. Good night.
Right. Appreciate y'all. All right. So, not too spicy tonight, right? Just a little bit, but I like the different perspectives, people from different countries, different markets. My whole thing is, it's just odd to me. There's so much DoorDash hate, and it's like these companies are more similar. And I think most of us don't realize. Well, I have a personal issue, and it's my personal issue. It's not yours. Okay? I just don't understand how people can, we get in these bubbles, man, and it's like we feel these apps are like different, and they're not. These apps are not different. regardless if you're getting tipped or not getting tipped, regardless if you're picking up some paint on a Curry run or a McDonald's bag from McDonald's on DoorDash. These apps are more similar. We're picking up somebody or something from point A to point B. Some of the apps give you more base pay than others. Some apps have games. They all have programs. If you think these apps don't have some kind of program or some kind of algorithm that is feeding you things based on your experience with the app, you're a goddamn fool. You're an idiot. You have no idea how these companies work. That's my very hard stance. And we can agree or disagree. It doesn't matter. We have different opinions. But if you think DoorDash is that much different than Uber and Instagram, you're stupid. What's different is your experience. That's it. Based on your market, your saturation levels, the time of day and days of the week that you work, how smart you are. Let's not kid ourselves. There's some stupid DoorDash drivers out there, and there's some really good ones that know their market. They know their infrastructure. They know when the school buses are getting out. They know the traffic patterns. They know what merchants are good. Skill. There is some skill that you acquire over the years. But if you think DoorDash is like the worst, they're all bad on some level. You just have to make it work for yourself. So like the DoorDash stuff, like Roy said, it's clicks and views, man. People just love to put I put DoorDash in my middle name, guys. It helps the channel. Now, when I talk about a topic, I'm talking about my experience. I'm talking about what other people are talking about because I'm a content creator. The clicks and views will come. One day I might have 10K views on this video. One day it might be 3,000. It is what it is. The topic is a topic. The experience is the experience. But man, I just think it's so easy and it's weak for us just to punch at one company. When these other companies that are in my pocket on my phone, I see some bullshit on those apps. I see some craziness. I see worse stuff. I see orders going like 1,100 miles, paying me 30 cents a mile. Think about that for a second. Like some of y'all don't get it. You know, it's just weird. It's just weird. The DoorDash hates, it's like laughable to me because in a year or two, people are going to be talking about Spark. It's oversaturated. I ain't making no money. They cut the base pay. Instacart, when base pay was $7, $8, now it's $4 on some orders. Uber Eats, man, you get $1, you get 80 cents. I've seen Uber Eats base pay 20 cents. 20 cents. 20 cents. It's crazy. So it's all about perspective, right? I will continue to hold DoorDash's feet to the flames. If they do something bad, I talk about it. If I feel like they do something good, I'll talk about it. I'll always be a little bit different. I'm not just going to just bash and not whatever. I think most of us people need to take a hard look in the mirror and say, am I hitting my goals? The answer is yes or no. Most people are struggling. I realize that. There are days I struggle out there too. Most Americans are struggling. Inflation, this, that, opportunities, illegals, oversaturation, stolen accounts, tier programs. It sucks. But are we just going to continue to complain about it and still work the app? Because let me tell you something. If you don't like DoorDash that much, but your dumbass opens the app up tomorrow, that's on you. That's not DoorDash's fault. DoorDash got you by the balls. You look stupid. Think about that for a second. If these apps, Uber, Instacart, are that bad, and you continuously turn them on every day and using them up as an opportunity, you're the fool, not them. And a lot of you guys won't like that I said that, but I got to give you all the hard truth because ain't nobody else going to say this shit. Everybody else is just going to say DoorDash is horrible, Uber Eats is horrible, but they still work the apps. So let me shout out and give some respect to the ones out there that know these apps can be shady, don't like to play the games, and they delete the app. I got a lot of respect for those people. Or they say, you know what? I'm not doing it at all anymore. I salute those individuals. But if you're out here, myself included, I don't like these apps sometimes, but I still turn them on. So shame on me. But at the end of the day, I feel like I do have a small responsibility for the community to show you guys the experiences, report on things, entertain you guys, make you feel like you're not alone, give you relatability. So my perspective is a little bit different than most as a viewer if you're watching. Because you have control. You do not have to work these apps. There are other opportunities. A lot of places are hiring that are going to pay you the same or even more money and offer you protections, offer you benefits, offer you something. And you might not want it, but sometimes if these apps ain't hitting and you keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result, what's that called? We cannot continue as a community to do the same shit and think I'm adapting because I just added a new app. You're putting a Band-Aid on a bigger issue. Because that new app that you added, I just added deliver that. I want to see the experience. Am I going to make significantly more money than if I just did DoorDash? Absolutely not. I will not. I know that, but it's a filler. But at some point, that bubble's going to burst. DoorDash ain't dead. Uber ain't dead. Instacart ain't dead. These apps ain't going anywhere. Just continue to try to change along with them. That's all. Gigwise is in here. He got a truck so he can do orders and not have to do as much food delivery. So he can do the roadies. He can do the curries. He can do orders that are paying him more money. He ain't bitching in his van. He might not like an order that comes through, but like he's adapting. A lot of you guys are adapting. Some of you guys are not. You're going to continue to do the same thing and expect DoorDash to come in and save the day. DoorDash ain't coming to save you. You have to save yourself. Cargo van. I already had a truck. Yeah, cargo van. That's what I meant. So I don't know. That's what I had on my mind today. I think it's really easy. It's really weak to just DoorDash. Oh, they're the worst. They're the worst. They're the worst. Grow the fuck up, people. We come to these apps and all we do sometimes, not all of y'all, because there's a lot of other people that don't complain. And I complain. So when I do these things, I'm talking about myself situationally. But I have other things. So I'm not, listen, I don't have to fucking work this week. Let me just keep it a buck with you. I don't want to fucking go to work tomorrow. But for those of you that have to work tomorrow, I respect that. But don't keep coming to the apps, doing the same thing, working them the same way, sitting in your car crying, but you're not willing to do something different. We have to be willing to do something different. And just adding another app is putting a Band-Aid. It's a short-term solution to a bigger issue. Because eventually that app, in my opinion, will drop the base pay or do this or implement some kind of tier program because it's to the benefit of the company. Let me tell you motherfuckers something. Listen, you don't think Curry, when they grow, if they do, or Delivered That, or what's another smaller one? Zifty, Cartwheel, any other smaller app. If they continue to grow, you don't think they're going to implement the things DoorDash has implemented? You're a fool if you think that that's not the case. So enjoy the ride while it's here. But these companies are more similar, and their practices are based on industry leaders and what the industry leaders are doing that's well. And when they look at the things that these companies implement, and it's on our backs, I get it. Other companies will follow suit. And if you think otherwise, you just don't know how business works. So enjoy it while it's here, but have in the back of your mind, there's a cap on how many catering apps we can have, how many food delivery apps. There's not going to be 100 new apps in the next couple of years. It doesn't work like that. And a lot of people that are saying DoorDash is this, and they're going to be coming back to it in a year when that other app folded, isn't around anymore, couldn't keep the lights on, couldn't keep the bills paid. Because that happens with the up and coming apps. We know that. So just try to move as effectively as you can in the crazy times. But occasionally, we all got to look in our mirror and say, fuck, I hate this app that much. Why am I turning it on? Why am I giving it my time? Why am I picking up orders for them if I don't like it and I think they're the worst company ever? That says more about you than it does about them. You don't have to turn that app on. There's more power in deleting the app. There's more power in not giving it any of your attention. I don't like Uber that much, guys. I haven't worked Uber since last August was the last time I did it. I think they're, in my opinion, they're the worst out of all of them. The worst. Uber is the most manipulative, has done the most shady things. When you Uber Technologies, when you include the rideshare and the Uber Eats, that's my opinion. And when I turn the app on, I see nothing but garbage. So why would I work it? I don't. When I turn DoorDash on in St. Louis, I see some garbage, but man, there's times I work 4 or 5 hours. I might decline 1 or 2 orders in 4 or 5 hours, and I'm not taking $2 and $3 runs. It is what it is. But listen, I just like to have these combos. I like to challenge us. I like to maybe make some people think. Maybe I pissed you off. It's all good. At the end of the day, I just tell it how it is. But DoorDash ain't going anywhere, man. And all these other apps that we're pushing that are smaller. If you think they're gonna take a dent into what DoorDash got going on, you're a goddamn fool, man. Like, it's just, DoorDash is the monster. They're the Yankees. They're Walmart. They're Amazon. Those companies, they're Coca-Cola. They're Monsanto. All the big companies are shit. All of them. I'm not a corporate fucking sellout shill. I don't like these big companies just as much as y'all. But you have to understand, you're either going to utilize them for the benefit or don't do them at all. DoorDash is the top dog, so they're easy to pick on, like Roy said. But as the other smaller dogs are better now, as they grow, one thing will happen. They'll grow and they'll implement tiers and implement programs and implement manipulation, and they'll lower base pay. History has shown that with every single app. Grubhub, Instacart, Uber, DoorDash, the 4 big ones, right? Walmart Spark, I heard that the batches are less now than they were last year. They all do that. So they're either going to fold and they won't be able to keep the lights on, and then the opportunity's gone, or they become bigger and then they take away things. It is what it is. It's a gig economy. It's food delivery. Anybody can do this work. Don't just think that this is all you can do. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other opportunities, and maybe they're going to be more beneficial for some of you. I don't know. You got to decide that for yourself. But let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I only bet on me. You better bet on you, Gigwise. I bet on me too. Welty, what up? Buy another shirt. Aaron dipped out. Aaron came in and then just left. Shout out to Aaron. Bet on you, Inc. all day long, man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about the bet on you, man. Some people give me a hard time about that. They think it's like weird. I don't give a fuck. That's my thing, man. And I show that every single day, every single video I talk. And I think I've shown the progression over the last 3 years pretty well. I make mistakes, and it is what it is. I'm a flawed man. But we could do more for ourselves than any one company, politician, or anybody else can do for you. I've always thought that, and I try to live that. I control my shit, man. If DoorDash deactivates me, I'll make a video. I'll be pissed. But if I did something wrong, I'll own it, and I'll go make my money doing something else. Give a fuck about DoorDash. Uber, I haven't worked it since August. Instacart, I make some money with it. They want to deactivate me if the app goes down. If Uber buys Instacart or DoorDash, and then it's like, oh, you can't get on anymore. You got to reapply. It's oversaturated. If delivered that, if I see nothing next week, I'll make a video like, man, I ain't seen nothing on Deliver That. Anybody help me out here? Like, I've got no offers. But I'm not gonna like. There's a lot of ways to make money. I think a lot of us limit ourselves on the capability of you actually in your earnings potential. There's a lot of different ways. So, you know what? I'll hang out with you guys a little bit. We're gonna do a small little bathroom break. So while I'm doing that, let me pull up a video for you guys. You guys can watch it. Let's see. I'll bring up my man Joe's video. Oh. Watch that video.
These orders just suck. What am I gonna do? I got an idea. I know what I'm gonna do. Sitting here feel neglected, I'm dashing but it's hectic. Need more money and I know just what to do. I listen to all my favorite tubers at Grubhub and at Uber. Multi-apping makes more money, it's true. Now I must admit I'm so much happier working for me. Accept decline, that decision's mine, and man that feels so free. May not know where I'm going or what this order may be, but I must admit I'm so much happier working for me. Now nothing quite affects me like the no tips that I can't see. Come on, par, I hope you win the fight. 'Cause DoorDash is so shady, and I'd like to know that they paid me for all the work that I've done tonight. Still I must admit I'm so much happier working for me. When times are hard, I just jump the car and make that sweet money. May not know where I'm going or what this order may be, but I must admit I'm so much happier working for me.
Shout out to Joe. He made that for the virtual con we did. Let me see. I hope you guys were able to hear that. Did you guys hear that? Welty says, I got bars. Welty, I got to talk to you, man. We need a song for the show. I need a Welty collab for like an intro for a video or the live. We'll talk offline, but I think we can come up with something good. Biden sounds great. That's Joe, man. That was a good little video. Welty collab. Get to get some country rapping. DoorDash goes country. Yeah. That was a good little ditty. All right, 174 thumbs up. Yeah, get them thumbs. What up, Ryan? Get them thumbs up. That was much louder, Mike. Yeah, you know what? Since I'm actually streaming from my phone because I'm streaming from my phone, so that's probably why. If I was streaming from my mic, I actually have a mic here. But you would probably be a little more clear. But let's see. Let me show you guys something here. A lot of the truth hurts. It doesn't. Didn't catch any fish though. Oh, that sucks. Let me bring up. I want to bring up something. Let's go back into YouTube real quick. Let's see. I want to look up something with you guys live. I got a little bit of time. What time is it? It's only 11. We've been live for 2 hours, right? Let's see what we got here. Hold on. Oh no, I hear that. All right, I want to go in and type. Let's see here. I wonder if the same thing pops up. There's a video I wanted to show you guys that I saw. It's from a smaller channel. I saw it today, and I watched it, but I can't find it, and it wasn't even showing up in my history, which was weird. Let me try to find it again. Give me a second. Here, I'll just share the screen. Maybe we'll find it together. Let me go in here and share the screen with you guys again. Aaron says, it's only 9 p.m. Keep going. Aaron came in and he said his piece and dipped. He was like, I'm out of here. Yeah, it's still, it's not too late here. I got a busy day tomorrow, but I'm not tired yet. Let me show you guys the screen. Ooh, I want to try to find this video. The thumbnail says I quit. It was from a content creator. She was talking about how DoorDash content creators, maybe myself included, or others, she didn't mention names, talk negatively about the app, but she's having success and like she's doing her thing. She rents a car. Anyways, I wanted you guys to watch it and show you guys, and just to get your perspective on it and your viewpoint. Let me see something. Hold on here. What am I doing? There we go. I'm hitting invite instead of present. Stupid. Let's go share screen. YouTube. Okay. Yeah. Let's share that. Let me see what pops up here. Okay. Let me make that a little bit bigger for you guys. Let me make myself small. Okay. So I just typed in DoorDash. I want to see if I can't find this video. Everybody knows Bree, right? Everybody knows Blake. Okay. Trevor's delivers. There's your driver, Mike, the funniest guy around. My man Nugs. FDA. Look at this one. This is why drivers are quitting. These are all the ones from earlier, but at some point, it's got to pop up in here, right? Let me see. Cars and Cribs. Shout out to Cars and Cribs. He's got some great energy. I wanted to find this for you guys, and I didn't see the channel name. Well, there's my video. There's an Instacart video, people there. Hot dogging with Dan. I'm turning 600 into 10,000 every week. See, these are the videos that are like clickbait to me, but whatever. He's making $10,000 a week. Get out of here with that shit, bro. Sorry. Your driver Mike, unlocking silver. He's making a lot of DoorDash content lately about the tier program. Man, I really wanted to find that video for you guys. I wanted to get you guys' just perspective on it. Maybe it'll pop up. There's Zach Drives Fast. DoorDash is scrutinizing our orders now. Earned by Time from Bentley Coupe, the OG. More Zach, more Bree. A lot of Pedro, man. Damn, this guy with the long hair, he be doing too much with his videos, man. He makes way too many videos. That guy Pedro's got to slow the fuck down. Here's my man Nugs. Where he been? Oh, Trader. There's JTB. Zach. He says, really? I don't like this new DoorDash feature. 13 days ago. There's Gig Life. So if you type DoorDash in and you're new, you're going to see, this is who you're seeing. A lot of Mike, a lot of me, a lot of Trevor. Yeah. Oh, there's Mushy Moo, everybody's favorite gig tuber. Who's that? Becoming a Driver Part 2, 3 weeks. I've never heard of it. Becoming a DoorDash Driver. 43,000 views. Wow. I really wanted to find that video for y'all. 10 tips, 300 a day. 10 tips for 5-year DoorDash veteran. Look at this thumbnail. Can you guys look at this video? That's me. Everyone is doing DoorDash now. We are struggling, or struggle meets opportunity. I thought this video was going to get hella views. 6K views in 3 weeks. This one right here, look. Look at Donald Trump. A friend of mine made that thumbnail. Isn't that the dopest thumbnail? I mean, that's awesome. All right, well, I don't think I'm going to find that video, but eventually I will. I'm going to do a little collab and react to it. There's Kim. All right, what up, Kim? So when you type in DoorDash on the SEO for Google, or if you're in YouTube, this is what's popping up, guys. Now, some people might type in how to DoorDash, and then you're going to get different search results. But I would say half kind of negative, half kind of just what you might make in an experience. So not bad. There's a side gig guy. I don't even think he's making videos anymore. I'm not sure if he is. There's Sin City Deliveries. There is Megan. She doesn't do videos. So some of these videos, let me get rid of this. I can't find it. Some of the content that people are going to see is going to be old content. A lot of those videos were last year, several months old. Are they still relative? So when you're watching that content, who knows what you're going to get, you know? Lazarus in the house, yeah. Dead as a doornail, my neck of the woods in Indiana. I ended up going back to Uber, the stress-free go live when, yeah, oh, definitely Uber can be, you don't have to worry about scheduling or anything like that. So, Crystal's talking crazy. I am Sensei. I'm searching like an amateur. You guys want to watch a video? I checked his YouTube data, and this is, but he's not looking. Hold up. You checked my YouTube data. What is Sensei talking about? Pedro, I wish you look at the comments. What? I can't click on that. Whatever you got there, I can't click on it. This is a video that Pedro is talking about. I checked his YouTube data, and this is it, but he's not looking. Check my YouTube data. Sensei is looking at my YouTube data? There's no link there, bro. I can't click on it. Oh, hold up. Yeah, you can't put links in. So what's the channel? What's the name of the channel? And I'll search it. This is a video you watched today. How would you know what videos? Sensei, you can see all the videos I watched? That's spooky. What's the name of the channel, Sensei? I'll type it in. Sensei's got that super computer over there. Hector says, I did this week, 1,700 this week, last week, 1,850. Damn. DoorDash. Okay. Yes, DoorDash. Man, Sensei, how did you know that I watched that? What are you on, bro? DoorDash. 100%. It's a girl, not a guy. Yeah. How did you? Hold up, Sensei. Show me how you. Listen, did I watch anything crazy? I watched some beautiful women on YouTube today. That's for sure. Did I? No, maybe I didn't. Maybe it was yesterday. All right. I quit. All right, hold on. Let me show you guys this. He's got your social. What? I don't understand what y'all talking about. I found it, so I'm gonna let's watch it together. You guys ready? There's no copyright. We're gonna react, so it should be good. FBI spy mod. Man, I want credit for Pedro ignoring my comment. Why am I a mod? And he ignored me. I didn't ignore you. You're funny. All right, hold up. Let's go to present. I found Pedro's internet search history, and he's on a site called XXX DoorDash. Well, see, I wish there was one. I wish there was an XXS DoorDash. That'd make a lot of things easier for me. 2 for 1. All right, hold up. Let me see. All right, we're gonna watch this video together. DoorDash. Let me see. Did it pop up? Let me see. Boom. There we go. Okay, let's go back and let's just play this. Hold up.
Food delivery is dead. DoorDash. Good morning, delivery drivers and DoorDashers. My name is
Good morning.
DoorDash, and I am here to talk about
what did you just say? I have no idea what you just
First of all, as I always say, stop listening to people who just want to get content, make money, and grab your attention and scare you and make you feel like the world is ending. Oh my God, food delivery is dead. No, it's not. Shut up. Move. Get out of your town. Stop being lazy. Get your ass out there and stop only working 4 hours. Who gives a fuck if you gotta work 18 hours? Who gives a fuck if you gotta work 12 hours? Bitch, you got bills. You ain't got no degree. Okay, you got 5.
So this is where she lost me, because I'm like, who cares if you gotta work 18 hours? If you gotta work 18 hours, something is broken, lady. I'm sorry, DoorDash. But if you're working 18 hours and you're like, who cares? Something's wrong. I'd rather only work 4. Thank you very much. Let's continue. But so when I was like, now I'm intrigued. She's talking about it's okay to work 18 hours. What the fuck is wrong with her? She's tripping.
All right, you got a felon. Get your ass out there and do what the fuck you need to do and shut up. Shut up. Okay? Unless you know Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg personally, shut up. Okay? Get up. Go work. I'm tired.
I do like that. I do like that. Hey, stop complaining. Go get your money. I respect that. I like that point. But the 18-hour thing was like, what the fuck is she talking about?
I'm tired of hearing all these people. Oh, Dashers are working 100 hours a week. Dashers are working. Da, 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 da. Okay, great. That's what it is.
When she talks about 100 hours a week, she has to have seen, and she has to be talking about me, because I talked about that. So I know I'm not trying to be egomaniac. She has to be referencing me, making the content 100 hours a week, because I am strongly against working 100 hours a week. I'm extremely strongly against that. So I'm like, she has to be talking about your boy Pedro DoorDash Santiago.
Is. All right. Literally, blessings flow from people who go. Period. Let me tell you a story. So, I have been renting cars for the past 7-8 months. I don't know, 6 months, something like that. Averaging about $5K a month. That lets you know how much I can make. That lets you know how hard I work. It is what it is. Say what you want to say.
5K a month's good, but if she's working 18 hours a day, that's not good. I need to get that out the way. Is $5,000 a month good money if you're working 18 hours? Now, she didn't say she's working that much, and I doubt that she is. But is that good? No, that's not good.
Okay. Not only did that elevate my mind to realizing I can make more money, but it also set me up for a blessing. Okay. I never even realized I could make $400 in a day, $300 in a day, until I started renting this car and I started seeing how much money I can actually make. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. So I'm like, wow. Okay, so been renting this car, found a guy and his partner who.
So she rents a car. Do you guys rent a car to do gig work?
Actually buy cars and rent them out. So he realized what I was doing and he was like, you know what? I'm not just gonna kick you to the curb. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna purchase a car for you and you just pay me back. What?
So she rents a car and she had a little bit of a hookup where a guy bought a new car for her, she said. I think like a 2023 Camry or Corolla. And all she has to do is pay him the C note on the car. So she got lucky. But respect, man. I salute. Plus, if you type DoorDash like I did, DoorDash in Google or in YouTube, go sub to her channel. Go check her out. We're giving her some love. I can critique, but it's all love.
2023 Toyota Corolla, 8,000 miles on it, and I'm just paying him weekly. Are you serious?
I will say this. I am against renting automobiles to do gig work. I think it's not a good idea for 99% of people.
the blessings that flow from people who go. Stop the complaining. Stop the, oh my gosh, I gotta work hard. Yes, because you can't keep a job and you keep getting fired. You might as well do what you need to do until you can do what you want to do.
She bringing that heat. I like that.
So this blessing came, and I am so grateful because on the app I rented from, I had to pay miles. Oh my gosh. And I was going over miles like crazy. Let's just say $1,400 is what I owe for going over on my miles.
What? That's a lot of money. So is she really making money, or is she just a hamster on a wheel here? She's got good gross, but her net is not good.
And I was given 10,000 miles for free. So the point of this video is,
Facts, Sensei. Lucky. How many of us are going to be able to find somebody to purchase us an automobile for us to do gig work? Maybe 2 people in this whole country, and she might be one of them. I mean, she's making her money, I guess, but is she? I don't know. $5,000 a month is not a lot of money. What is that? $1,250 a week? That's not. And you still got to pay for the rental. Fuck that.
Stop listening to people. Oh, that's too much money. Oh, you're working too hard. Because the right person will see how hard you're working and they will bless you. Whether that's a big tip.
The right person will see how hard you're working and they will bless you. I don't know about that.
On the order, whether that's somebody buying you a car and you paying them back weekly, whether that's you seeing an opportunity that's coming to you and it isn't coming to nobody else. It's only coming to you because of how hard you work, the dedication you put in, and the trustworthiness of yourself. Stop. If complaining and not working hard is working for you, fine. Keep doing what you're doing. But if you can't pay a bill, you keep begging people to help you out, you're over here complaining, sitting on your ass, and you ain't making no money.
I generally agree. Let me stop. Let me end this. Boom. I don't want to just be, but there's some things in there that she said that I can vibe with. I like her hustler mentality. She's out there. She's getting it. She's, doing her thing. No excuses. I just thought that was interesting because her situation is very unique. So I don't know how much people can really, what we can take from that necessarily. Pretty privilege beats white privilege all day. What are y'all talking about in the comments? Y'all be tripping. You can't claim mileage on tax for a rental. Yeah, I don't. But it was just, I don't know. Let's see. Any other videos we want to watch? That was kind of fun. Let's go back. Let me go back in. Let me see. I don't do that often, right? Let me go to my page here. I want to know how Sensei knew what my watch history was, bro. That's spooky, bro. Did I watch any porn on YouTube today? Nah, I didn't, did I? Oh, look at what? Hold up. UDM's this was one day ago. Hold on. Oh, did he talk to DoorDash? DoorDash, aka, I guess so. So excited and honored to be on the show and discuss a very controversial topic with UDM. So she was on UDM. I had no idea. Cool. Shout out to UDM. Let me see here. Do you guys know this guy? Let me show you this guy. He's kind of up and coming. Let me show you guys this. I like to showcase other gig tubers. I just do, or YouTubers in general. I really like to do that. I usually try to do 3 shout out channels and stuff, but I haven't. Oh yeah. He slowed down a little bit, but he's still out here. UDM actually just started a new channel, a podcast channel on YouTube, where he interviews people, and I think he's got 4 or 5 episodes. But yeah, no, he's still doing this thing. He's not as active, I don't think, but he's still active. All right, let me go on my streamer. I want to show you guys something real quick. This guy, hold up. Excuse me. La 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 la. Share. There we go. Let me see. Let me scroll down. This guy, Ben P. Grace. You guys know about this guy? He lives in his car. He talks about Ninja Turtles.
Dude, why? Shouldn't you be building a battle shell or something? Did you run out of shit to invent? I just don't understand why. Why? All right. Good morning. So today.
Anyway, Ben P. Grace. He lives in his car. He does gig work, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, maybe even Instacart. Ben P. Grace. He's blown up. He's actually commented on some things. I've commented on some of his stuff. He goes live a lot. Cool guy. He's got a good story to share. Go check him out. I'm sure some of you guys know who he is. Bren doesn't like me. Oh, he doesn't? No, he's cool. He's cool. What up, Jody? How you doing? He's cool. He's, I haven't seen a lot of his stuff. I've seen a couple of his videos. Yeah, no, he's blowing up, man. He's doing his thing. Let me see who else. I'll shout out one more here. Let's see. We showed you guys DoorDash, Ben P. Grace. Let me see who else can we showcase just real quick. Show them some love. Let me see. Let me find somebody else here that maybe you guys aren't familiar with. Oh, I know who. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Because he just became a channel member. And he was in my live yesterday. Hold on 1 second. There he is. All right, let me show you guys this guy. I'm going to be talking to him this week at some point. How about this guy? Do you guys know this guy?
$54. Wait, let me say that again. $54.
Hybrid Hustler.
Good morning. It is your Hybrid Hustler on Tuesday, February 6th, 2024.
All right, I want to show y'all everything. Hybrid Hustler, go check him out as well. Yeah, Hybrid Hustler. Shout out Ben P. Grace and DoorDash. Go check them out. That's what's up. Chuck's the greatest. Oh, Chuck is awesome. You talking about Dashing Across America? Yeah, he was here earlier. He's cool. Last guy you showed is cool. He's got over 20K, so it's not humble. Yeah, Austin. Yeah, he is cool. I've seen some of his stuff. He's doubled his channel in just the last couple of months, right? But yeah, those are some content creators that are kind of up and coming. Ben, the Ben guy, I know he's been on YouTube over a year at least, I think. He was living in his car stuff, but he implements the gig economy. And then Hybrid Hustler's newer. And then DoorDash, I don't know how long she's been on YouTube. I'm not really sure, but go check them out. Go show them some. Watch a video or two if you like their content. Tell them, hey, Pedro sent me here, and subscribe to them. So always want to show love to fellow content creators. It's not easy to make content, guys. Not easy to make content. So let's see. I think that's all I got tonight. We got into a lot tonight. Okay, we got into a lot, but DoorDash isn't the DoorDash isn't the main issue with our problems with money. We got to go out there and start taking that personal responsibility. Also, these other apps that are up and coming, are they even going to be around in a year or two? Are the opportunities still going to be good? These companies learn from each other. DoorDash, every company has some kind of algorithmic tier program, benefits. DoorDash is just the biggest one, and they come out and tell you what it is. The other ones have it, and they don't necessarily tell you. It is what it is. In the beginning, towards the first 20 minutes or so, I talked about my conversation with DoorDash on Friday, how that went, what's going to be coming. Jen did tell me, Pedro, we want to, we'll share some stuff with you and you could roll it out. So she said in a couple of months, she has something big to share. Those were her words. Pedro, in a couple of months, I got something big for you that you can share. I was like, oh, I think I know what that might be. I don't know about y'all. I think I might know. And I think it has something to do with Earn by Time. Because towards the end, she even asked me, what do you think about Earn by Time? Or have you done it? What do your people say about it? And then after that question, she said that. Now, we do know there's some legislation that's been happening, but then not happening, but happening. Who knows? DoorDash knows what they have going on or what they want to show us or what they're going to implement. They know it before it happens. These things are years in the works sometimes. So I'm curious to what it's going to be that she's going to share. I think it's going to have something to do with Earn by Time. And for her to say it like that, I feel like it's a significant thing. It's not just some small little app change or some tier of this or a percentage change here or this. I think it's something maybe significant. That's just me theorizing, though. I don't, And when I find out, you guys are gonna find out that next day, basically, right? These conversations that I have with them, I told her, I'm like, hey, you guys show me something that's trash, I'm gonna call your shit out. If you guys show me something good, I'll give you my perspective. I'll look at it in the app, and I'm always gonna do that. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. They ain't paying me. This is just me giving you all information. You digest it how you see fit. That's all it is, right? I do have a Curry connection, which I haven't really used yet, but eventually maybe I'll use that. Deliver that connection. I'm just going to work the app as a newbie. Maybe I'll utilize that. But the DoorDash one, I think it's going to be interesting in a couple of months, basically summertime. We'll call it June, what that information is going to be that I'll share. So, yeah, I don't know. Not paying Pedro. Stanley. What up, Stanley? I mean, if DoorDash wants to write me a check, I will cash that motherfucking check. I don't care what y'all think about that. If that makes you feel some type of way, that's just more about you than it does about me. I'm about my money. I want to make money. I got a family to feed. This shit takes time. But they're not, and I'm not. That's not what this is about. It's not the point of it. But I wonder what that. I think it's going to be something with Earn by Time, or that being more of something that they're pushing, or they go to that totally. I'm just theorizing here, but I think there's going to be it's going to be even more changes. 150 delivered, that orders now, still no elite invite. That's crazy, man. 150? Crazy. I mean, I'm going to do some this week just because. DoorDash will checkbait you. Listen, man. Listen. I'm already making DoorDash content. I talk good, I talk bad, I sure. So they want to pay me to do what I'm doing already? You think I'm not going to cash that check? I'll show you guys the check and say, here you go. That's the amount. I told y'all I would do that. I told you, and I told you guys eventually I will get my foot in the door. And I will be in San Francisco at some point. And I will have a sit down with Tony. Trust me, I already have a connect with Harry Campbell. I already had a conversation with another guy like a couple months back. I will. If Harry Campbell can interview him, there's no reason I can't. And I'll be a little more hard. So that's going to happen. It'll be for entertainment. It'll be for content. It'll be for perspective. It'll be me asking some tough questions. That's just going to happen. I want you guys to clip this. Remember I said this on April 15th, basically. Remember I said that. Okay. I am elite on delivered, though. Okay, I don't have delivered. I won't accept extra money for DoorDash until they pay my guy Aaron what he's owed. Well, let me ask you a real question. Do you think Aaron wasn't at fault at all? Because I think he did some things, but maybe you're not aware of that. But I respect that you say that. They should pay him. But we got to understand these companies, that TOS, man, that TOS. Mark, Pedro said it, tax day, bam. Sensei will hold me accountable for that. It's going to happen. Aaron says, I love you, Welty. That's crazy, though. Aaron, didn't you get back on DoorDash and then you worked and then you got back off of it? I don't know. Aaron always gets deactivated. So I don't know what's going on with Aaron over there in Phoenix, but something's weird, right? I mean, come on. Let's be real about it. Something's not right. Something smells fishy. $5 for 3 miles to a hospital. I'm not taking $5 for 3 miles to a hospital drop off. Hell no. Anyways, I think that's the live tonight. But let me see what Aaron has to say, because I thought he got back on DoorDash, but then they kicked him back off. It's a weird story. It's actually kind of fascinating. Aaron is guilty. Agree. I'm not saying he's guilty. I just think there's some information we don't know. Whatever he did isn't worth them keeping 1,700. Facts. That's a fact. I cannot dispute that. 100% facts. Scum move on DoorDash for sure. That's a lot of money. $1,700 is a whole week's pay. It's crazy. Catering bag required, removed on 100. Subtotal orders is crazy. Yeah, Vaughn, it's crazy. Yes, Sensei, appreciate the 5, brother. What's Sensei saying? Oh, wow. You watch some bizarre things, Pedro DoorDash Santiago. This is not gig related. Have a great night, homie. You're funny, bro. Great show. And I appreciate that, Lizard. Appreciate that. This is not gig related. I should pull up my watch history to show y'all, because Sensei is like a really funny. He's trolling a little bit. Take it easy, everyone. Glad to have stopped by. Yeah, man. Appreciate you for stopping by, man. Good times. Aaron needs to file a complaint with Attorney General office. Abby, yeah. I don't know. I thought I think Aaron had the number. I think he called somebody a few times, but I don't know if you call it attorney general, but $1,700. I'm doing something. That's. And you worked all that week for that? Like that's crazy, man. Shame on DoorDash for that. They can do better, for sure. But he got back on, and then they kicked him off again. I thought. Thoughts on O.J. Simpson's deactivation from Earth? I'll say this: any person that dies, I'm not a fan. It's not. I don't feel good about it. He had kids. His kids were there. I mean, O.J. Simpson was definitely a shady individual. Definitely guilty in my book. But I didn't like what Caitlyn Jenner said. She said something about, she tweeted like good riddance. That's a scumbag move. But she had some personal relationship with him, right? She knew him. So, but Caitlyn Jenner's a clown. I mean, Bruce Jenner, I'm sorry, is a clown. So like, she shouldn't say anything. That's my sense on it. But O.J. Simpson, man, I don't know, man, crazy. I mean, I don't know. I don't like that anybody that has kids, I don't like to see them like die. Like that he had children. So, you know, that's my honest take on that. Nothing wrong making that money. Where would you guys go work besides working any gig apps? Well, good question. I think a lot of us would probably go to like retail and restaurant or something like that. Yeah, Sensei always having a good time. He knows how to have a good time for sure. Gonna go 17 years in prison. I didn't look up anything crazy, bro. I think that I did watch some beautiful woman in like some scantily clad clothes or something, like Sydney Sweeney. I think I clicked on one of her videos. That's about as bad as I would get. That's funny. I got messages in a private chat here. What's going on here? Oh yeah, that's from Sirius. You didn't show your face, man. I don't bring people up unless I know who you are. You have to show your face. So I don't know who that is. So send OJ to Juicer. Yeah. I mean, OJ definitely did something to them people, man. If he didn't do it himself, he had a hand in it. That's for sure. Pedro, do you have balance to spend time with kids and wife versus making videos? I have pretty good balance in it. Yeah, I spent all of yesterday and today with my girls. So yeah, I don't work weekends. So I deliver with 41 arms. Crickets, yes, crickets. Damn. Slim Pippin, what up, bro? You late, son? Where you been, man? Hit that thumbs up, man. If his son did it and OJ protected him, then it's weird. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't listen. I don't wish death even on my own worst enemies, man. Especially if you got kids. It just hits the kids different. But yeah, that man definitely did some crazy shit in his life. It's funny. OJ went to prison or jail or both, whatever, prison for not what most of us think he really did, but he wound up going because he went into a hotel room to try to collect some memorabilia that was stolen or not stolen, and he basically strong-armed some people, and he went to prison for that. DoorDash is dead. My DoorDash journey is coming to an end, says Leo. He stole his memorabilia back. Yeah, Tom, that's what I was referencing. Yeah. I mean, DoorDash can be dead for some. I'm blessed. Instagram went crazy with me these last 4 hours. Nice, man. But for just as many people that say it's dead, I think there's just as many that are hitting their goals. So I just, it is what it is, right? He stopped back. Yeah, that trial was crazy. Even me. Aaron, you've been drinking too much tonight, bro. I can tell. Aaron's got that vodka in him and them beers. I got no hate for you, Aaron, at all, bro. We can agree to disagree on things. I really don't hate anybody on YouTube. I don't have hate for not one person on YouTube, especially Aaron. There's no reason for me to hate Aaron. I'm 1 year. Dash Cross America says I'm 1 year and 4,500 deliveries into gig apps, and my journey is just beginning. I love that. Let me show y'all my account real quick. I'm transparent with my numbers. I don't want to go there. I want to go there, dash. I'll show you all my numbers real quick. You guys ready? You guys can clown on me or whatever. There's my account right there. Got a peak pay right now. That's my ratings. 4.95, 77 acceptance, 95 completion, 95 10,992. So this week, I'm going to hit 11,000 deliveries, y'all. 77. My acceptance rate got as low as the 60s this week, like 68 or whatever. And then I had a run where it was like everything was good and I took it. So it went up a little bit. Earnings for the week, I made $729. There you go. It's just with DoorDash. I was active for 24 hours. So it's $30 an hour for active time. I also do Curry and Instacart. So there's, I made $1,000 this week. I worked, I think, like 30 hours, something like that. So it wasn't a horrible week. I had one reimbursement for $1.98 because the order was canceled on me. So not a lot of money, but I'm not trying to make $2,000 a week on DoorDash. That's not how I make my money. That's not how I want to work. So I'm in between full-time and part-time right now. I'm still pretty much part-time. 808 on DoorDash for me, 18 active hours. That's awesome, Allison. Beat me. My buddy hit 19,000. That's what's up. Good night from Grace. Good night from Wisconsin. I'm getting ready to work on my first video. I'm going to accept 100 orders straight. Woo! To get to 100% acceptance rate. Well, Chuck, you probably don't have to do 100 because unless your acceptance rate is 0 right now, you wouldn't have to hit 100 consecutive, right? But hey, for content, do what you got to do. Before leaving on a year-long road trip, hoping to dash from 48 different states. I love that, man. Chuck's the man. Real estate dash, what up, man? Right now, 100% of my DoorDash earnings are going towards my business. Love that. Hustle. But Pedro, what's the best you have done on Curry? I remember you saying Curry ran that paid handsomely. Can you elaborate on that run? Dan, the best run I did was 180 something. Yeah. But most of what I see is trash. I've done some $50, $30, $75. I think I did one for $125 or $150. I've done a couple of for $20. That wasn't going too far, but most of what I see is just so far away that I have to drive 30, 40 miles to even get to the place. And then sometimes it's only like another 4 miles or maybe another 100 miles. Like it's just all over the place. But like the total time and total mileage, it's all over the place with that, man. That's not Chuck. That's not Chuck. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see if that's Chuck. What up, Thomas? How you doing, bro? Let me click on this thing here. Hold on. Let me see if that's Chuck. Go to channel. That's not Chuck. That's somebody else. Sorry, I thought it was Chuck. Dash Across America. 8 subscribers. Okay, cool. Okay, it's somebody else. Cool. Even better. What up, new person? Not Chuck. Yeah, that's funny. Y'all crazy. I have a question. I was not getting orders continuously since some weeks ago, but at the same restaurants, but it's been 3 weeks. I'm not getting any orders, not even bad orders. What's the reason? Can you help? I have no idea, Nicholas. I'm not in your area. I have no idea. Have you called DoorDash? I not sure. Do you have a good cell signal in that area? Dashing Across America. Isn't that what this guy's channel was? Dash Across America. Yeah. I just got confused. Yeah, he's dashing. Yeah. I got excited. I thought it was Chuck. He was here earlier. Listen, I think this is where we part ways. Y'all have a good night. It's been a good live. We've been on for a little over 2.5 hours. I was thinking I was going to place an order, but I'm going to save my money. So that's that. Remember, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit that thumbs up. Hit the thumbs down. They actually work exactly the same. I'm going to give you all some confetti. I think if I go like this. Woo, look at that. Making it rain. Y'all have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow.